Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Wapakoneta High School, where tonight, in the second round of the state playoffs, the Wapakoneta Redskins welcome in the Wilmington Hurricanes. Hello, everyone. I'm Danny Holbrook alongside Dar Nevergall and our entire WSN crew. And Dar, we take a look at tonight's matchup. Wapakoneta rolls in 11-0. We've talked about them all year long. This is a stiff test tonight. The Hurricanes from Wilmington come in at 7-4, and they're a pretty balanced team. They go for about 129 rushing and 195 passing, so they kind of mix it up a lot.
Yes, they do. And, it will be a good challenge for Wapakoneta. I mean, they've rolled through the season 11-0. They won the WBL, which seems to be their MO every year anymore.
Absolutely.
But it's a beautiful night for football, and I think this Wilmington team's really going to get after them.
Yeah, let's take a look at the keys tonight. Let's start with the Wilmington Hurricanes.
Well, Wilmington's got to keep the chains moving tonight. They got to keep that offense of Wapakoneta off the field as much as they can. So they got to move the chains all the way down the field, and then they got to cash in when they get down at the end. And second thing they got to do is they got to hold their line. I mean, they got to challenge this Wapakoneta team, which is big and physical, and they got to hold their assignments wherever they're at. And the last thing, you got to capitalize on every opportunity you get, because you're not going to get a whole lot of them. So when you do, you've got to capitalize.
And look, Wapakoneta rolls in. We know all about them. 11-0, the WBL champions, and they are led by an unbelievably fantastic quarterback in Caleb Moyer. 21 touchdowns, Dar, zero interceptions. It all starts with him.
Oh, absolutely, it does. But when you talk to Travis Moyer, he's a fundamental guy. I mean, he does fundamentals for the team all the time. His biggest thing for Wapakoneta is win the turnover battle. That's one of the things they want to do. The second thing is win the line of scrimmage, and that's what drives this team and gives Moyer a chance to throw the ball as much as he can. And the last thing, he wants to execute at a high level at all phases of the game, and that's offense, defense, special teams. And this is a Wapakoneta team that can really put up some points when they want to. But Wilmington's going to be a tough challenge for them.
Absolutely. It's round 2 of the state playoffs. It's WSN. It's high school football. We'll be back with the opening kickoff right after these messages. Welcome back to Wapakoneta High School, where tonight's scoreboard sponsor is Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, located in Wapak, Delphus, and St. Mary's. Locally owned and operated, Lee's is not just famous for chicken, we're famous for catering too. And our quarter sponsor tonight is RJ's Coffee Cup, ready to serve you 7 days a week, starting at 7 a.m. and open late Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. RJ's Coffee Cup, your hometown coffee house in Wapakoneta. Danny Holbrook, Dar Nevergall, what a matchup we got tonight, brother. Round 2 of the state playoff. And here's the thing, Dar. You want to talk about a great weather season? We've only had 1 week where it was really nasty.
I know.
It's just
amazing.
Great conditions tonight. High 50s, no wind, a packed house. This is great.
Oh, this is perfect weather for football. I mean, but you look at these guys, these two teams out here, and Wilmington, they're going to maybe surprise a lot of people at 7-4. They've won 4 straight games. They beat Batavia, a team that they lost to earlier in the season. So they're on a little bit of a roll themselves, and they got a good core of running backs and a good quarterback as well.
Yeah, they average 31 points a game. They can score the football. They know what they're doing. They've got some good backs in the backfield. So an athletic team, a good challenge for the Wapakoneta Redskins.
Yeah, they got some big guys on the offense and defensive lines as well.
So we are underway here. Dar, the Wapakoneta Redskins received the first ball, and they go right up to the 38-yard line. So great field position for the Wapakoneta Redskins. They'll come out, and they are led on offense, Dar, by number 2 quarterback Caleb Moyer. The 6'2", 190-pound junior is 155 of 194 for 2,359 yards, 21 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions, which at any level, Dar, is incredible.
Oh, it's incredible. When you've thrown the ball as much, 194 times and you haven't thrown an interception yet.
It's just amazing. It's just amazing.
And you look at it, too, that 155 194, that's almost 80% completion rate.
So here comes Moyer in the gun. We'll go 1st and 10 from the 37. 11:55 here in the first quarter, and we are underway in round 2 of the state playoffs. Moyer's going to throw his left, and he's got his man out there, and that's a perfect strike to Caden Page. And you want to talk about a catcher, and I'm not talking about on the baseball field. Caden Page catches everything, Dar. The 6'2", 170-pound junior, 79 catches, 1,176 yards, 10 touchdowns. He knows what to do when he catches it.
He sure does. And when you talk about Moyer, it's just not Moyer. I mean, it's this bank of receivers that he's got out there that know how to run routes and get themselves open. That helps your quarterback immensely.
Moyer's in the gun. He's got Jarrett Mullen off to his right shoulder. He's got 2 receivers to the right. And our first flag of the night.
I think I got him encroachment on him.
And Wilmington comes in here, Dar. Their defense, and we haven't talked much about them. They only give up 18 points a game. They stiffen up against the run here. So, let's give them some credit tonight. They've had a good season defensively.
Oh, they sure have. I mean, they got some big guys on their defensive line, too. Of course, they're anchored by Micaiah Cumberland.
Yes, Micaiah Cumberland.
6'5", 285 pounds.
He'll hit
senior. Wow, that's a man among boys.
It sure is. Here comes Moyer in the gun. He's got 2 receivers to the right. He's going to hand off to Jarrett Mullins off the left. No, he's going to throw the ball. My goodness, he finds Caden Page all alone out there. Boy, he had me fooled on that play.
Yeah, he did.
We talk about his accuracy and his no interceptions, but the way he the trickery, I'm telling you.
Well, it's his delivery. I mean, he's got a nice smooth throw. He's got a strong arm. He'll throw those side passes all night long on you, and as long as you're going to let him have them, he's going to take them. But you got to watch him because he'll drop back and go deep on you any moment.
Tonight's first down sponsor is Wapakoneta Ford. View our new and pre-owned inventory at wapakonetaford.net or visit us at 613 North Dixie Highway in Wapakoneta. Wapakoneta Ford, our first down sponsor. So here come the Redskins. 11 minutes to go in the first quarter. Moyer's in the gun. Jarrett Mullins is off to the right. Moyer's going to throw again. He's under pressure. He's going to roll to the right. He's looking down. He's going to keep it himself. He tucks it under, and he goes to about the 34-yard line. So there you see the versatility, Dar. He's not afraid to run the ball.
Oh, absolutely not. He's got 103 carries now,
685
yards.
Now.
685 yards coming into this game. That's an average about almost 6-7 yards a carry. So, yeah, if he gets the opportunity. But what you saw there is that offensive line for Wapakoneta. I mean, he dropped back, and he just stepped out of the pocket. And
they give him plenty of time.
He had wide open area.
So here comes Moyer in the gun. We'll go 2nd and 4 from the 34. He's got 2 receivers off to the left. He's going to give it to Jarrett Mullins, and Jarrett Mullins is hitting the backfield in a really, really nice play by number 43 for the Hurricanes, and that is Luke Ochterman, and he was Johnny on the spot.
Yeah, he's a big guy for them, 112 tackles coming in. He's a senior, 6 foot, 220, but he is quick, and he'll get down the line on you. He's a tough guy to get around.
Dar Wapakoneta comes in averaging 35 points a game. We'll say 34-8, but I'm going to round it up to 35 a game. They are really a balanced team at 174 yards rushing and 216 passing, so you're never going to know what you're going to get from these guys.
No, absolutely not. And they count a lot, like I said, on that offensive line to hold it.
There's Moyer again. He's going to throw deep down the right side. He's got a man out there, and he overshoots his intended target. Caden Page was just running down the right side. He had him. He just overshoots him.
Well, you saw another aspect of Caleb Moyer as well. He dropped back, and he had a guy dead on him, and he didn't even phase him. He just kind of stepped away and then threw it deep down the field.
I've said it before, Dar. He has such an awareness in the pocket, and he steps up, he steps out, he steps around, and you saw the big-time arm. That was 45 yards, and there was no effort in that.
And he's only a junior.
Right. So here we go. We'll go 4th and 6 on the 36. First big 4th down of the game. Moyer's in the gun. He's got Jarrett Mullins off to the right, and he's got 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. He's going to look to pass. He's under pressure. He's going to roll to his left. And he is going to go back, and he's looking for anybody. Throws it, and it is caught by Jarrett Mullins. And I don't know if it looked like it bounced on the turf a little bit. Yeah. Mullins played it off, though, did he not?
Hey, he sure did. It's like a shortstop fielding the ball out there.
He did. Tonight's premier sponsor is Silver Shears Salon and Spa. Looking for that new look? Then visit Silver Shears Salon and Spa in Wapak. Visit them on Blackhoof Street in Wapak, or Facebook, or silvershearssalonandspa.com. So the first big turnover of the night belongs to, and not a turnover in a sense of fumble or interception, but a turnover on downs, and the Wilmington Hurricanes get the ball.
Well, you got to give the Hurricanes credit on this one here, because Wapak came out gunning right off the bat and looked like they were just going to march down the field, and Wilmington just sucked it in a little bit and got on them on defense.
They'll go 1st and 10 from the 36, and they'll hand the ball off right up the middle, and nothing going. And that is, let's see who that is.
Ryan Walter.
Yeah, Ryan Walter. Nice job there. Our replay sponsor tonight is Ultimate Outdoor. Bring resort-style living to your backyard every day with a luxury outdoor space by Ultimate Outdoor. Dar, the Wilmington Hurricanes are led on the field by quarterback Jake Stevens. He's 158 at 274, 2,114 yards, 23 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions. A really nice year for the senior.
Yeah, absolutely. And this guy, I watched some of their video, and he's got a strong arm. He can throw the ball.
And the Redskins are Johnny on the spot at loss right there. And the handoff was to Joe Puller. He's their best back, Dar. 144 attempts, 812 yards. He averages almost 75 yards a game and 8 touchdowns.
Yeah, but he ran into number 5 there, Braylon Walter.
Yeah, Braylon Walter said, I don't care how good you are.
Hey, you got to get past me.
Great point. That'll bring up 3rd and 11 on the 37. Third down here for the Wilmington Hurricanes. They come in at 7-4 on the year, averaging 31 points a game. Offensively, they average 325 yards a game, so they really can pile up the yards. This is Stevens in the gun. He's looking to pass. He's going to throw to the right side. He's got a man down there, and he's under heavy. And the catch is made. You got to be kidding me. What a catch. Jarrett Mullins was all over him. How did he catch that? Watch this replay. This might be the catch of the year, Dar.
Well, I tell you, like I said, I watched some video of this Wilmington team, and this Jake Stevens kid, he's got an arm on him. I tell you what, and he can, and his receivers are great at doing this. I've seen him do it. That's number 3 there for him, Stevie Rickman.
Stevie Rickman with the catch of the night so far. So the Wilmington Hurricanes are on the march, Dar.
Yeah, he's got great arm strength, and he's also got great receivers out there that seem to do that a lot, jump up and just out-jump the defensive backs.
So here's Stevens again. He's going to hand off to the first man up off the left side, and nothing doing there. That is Lucas Johnson, the junior tailback, and he goes off the left side maybe a yard and a half, but that Wapakoneta Redskin defense stiffening up.
Well, they're going to be tough to run against. That's
I was going to say, yeah. I think you're going to see Jake Stevens throw the ball a lot tonight.
I think Jake Stevens is going to throw a lot.
And let's see what we got here. It looks like we got a Redskin down on the field, and we're going to let the trainers take care of him. We'll step aside, take our first break of the night. You're watching high school football on WOSN. Welcome back to Wapakoneta High School. Tonight's premier sponsor is Silver Shears Salon and Spa. Looking for that new look? Then visit Silver Shears Salon and Spa in Wapak. Visit them on Black Oak Street in Wapak or Facebook on silvershearssalonandspa.com. And tonight's Red Zone sponsor is B&B Auto Repair. Rely on Van and his team of expert technicians to provide excellent service. Call 419-738-8090 for your auto repair needs. And Dar, we got a number on that player that went down.
Yeah, number 4 for Wapakoneta was Ryan Walter that went down. He limped off the field. He did get up and was able to walk off the field, but he had a little bit of a limp with him. And that's a big loss if he can't return to the game.
Yeah, it sure is.
He's a senior out there, and he's got 5 interceptions this season, 1 fumble recovery. So he's a big clog in that defensive backfield.
And there you see Joe Puller pulling that catch from Stevens. That'll bring up 3rd and 9 from the 28. So Wilmington on the drive here with 7:24 to go. Nice crowd on tap tonight. The home stands are packed. Wilmington brought a good-sized crowd.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, they did. We were worried before the game started. Wasn't not a lot of people, but it's a late-arriving crowd. But they brought a nice crowd. So here comes Jake Stevens, and the Hurricanes will go 3rd and 9 from the 28. And you're going to get some movement on that other side of the ball, Dar. Oh, no, they're going to time out. So Wilmington's going to take a timeout. We'll take our second timeout of the night. You're watching high school football on WOSN. Tonight's presenting sponsor is Al's Woody Diner in Wapakoneta. Wapakoneta's best place for pizza, wings, subs, and burgers. Call 419-738-9111. And our touchdown sponsor tonight is Cook & Son Plumbing and Heating, specializing in old-time service since 1978. Find us on Facebook or call 419-738-8956. So here we go, Dar. 3rd and 9 from 28. Stevens looks to throw. He's going to throw to the left side. He's got a man wide open, and he catches it right at the marker. And we're going to see if he makes the first down. He's awful close, Dar, but watch his toes as he taps him right in bounds in a NFL-type toe tap.
There you are.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, he did a great job of coming back for that ball and just, outmaneuvering his defensive back there just to get open.
Dar, you mentioned him earlier. That's Stevie Rickman, and he's going to be a problem tonight for Wapakoneta. That kid's all over the field.
Well, they're very acrobatic guys. I mean, they out-jump the defensive backs if they can, and makes plays like that.
And 4th and 1, and they look like they got it as they sneak it right up the middle. And they get another Wapakoneta first down. Our first down sponsor, Wapakoneta Ford. View our new and pre-owned inventory, wapakonetaford.net, or visit us at 613 North Dixie Highway in Wapakoneta.
Yeah, Wilmington's got a pretty good sized front line there, 230, 185, 220.
Yeah, that's a great point, Dar. They're controlling the line of scrimmage right now, and they are moving the ball effectively through the air. We'll go 1st and 10 from the 18. Stevens is in the gun, and they are in the B&B Auto Repair red zone. He's going to hand off. This is Puller as he goes up the middle, and he finds a hole. Puller is going towards the goal line, and he's taken down about the 2-yard line. Joe Puller just took him with him, didn't he, Dar?
He sure did. Well, what he did, he ducked right underneath the defensive guys, and able to find a little bit of a hole right there. Ducked under, went through, and broke a couple tackles.
Boy, they are doing a great job of mixing up the pass play, the pass option, and running the ball here. That Wilmington offensive line is fantastic right now.
Yeah, Joe Puller, just 5'8", 160 pounds. He's kind of hard to see when he's back there.
That's right. We'll go 1st and goal from the 4-yard line. Wilmington with 6:17 to go, threatening to score first here in the 2nd round of the state playoffs in the state of Ohio. Stevens is in the gun. He's going to give to Puller. Puller goes right up the middle, and he is going towards the goal line. And he's going to get pushed in. Yeah, they're going to call that. And let's see what they call, but it looked like he crossed the goal line. And has the signal been made? We got a penalty on the field. Puller was holding the ball up. They did signal touchdown, but we've got a penalty on the field. And let's see what they say. Sideline warning. All right. Sideline warning. So a Cook and Son Plumbing and Heating touchdown for Joe Puller and the Wilmington Hurricanes as they strike first on the Lee's Famous Recipe scoreboard, and they lead this one at 6:03 in the first quarter, 6-0.
Yeah, they went right up behind those big guys right up front. You can see them right there. That offensive line for Wilmington, and Puller just went right through, and then they gave him a little bit of help.
And there is the kick. It is blocked. It is blocked. Our sponsor for Extra Points tonight is Frost Roofing, family and owned and operated for over 96 years. Join the Frost family. They are an equal opportunity employer. Call 419-739-ROOF. So with 6:05 to play in the first quarter, the Wapakoneta Redskins trailing to the Wilmington Hurricanes 6-0. We'll be back right after these messages. Tonight's timeouts are brought to you by Metzger Financial Services, helping you plan your financial future. Call 419-225-6067 or visit MetzgerFinancialServices.com. And our instant replay sponsor tonight is the Ultimate Outdoor. Bring resort-style living to your backyard every day with a luxury outdoor space by Ultimate Outdoor. So, Dar, the Wilmington Hurricanes strike first, and you want to talk about most of the time your passing is set up by your running. This team, the running was set up by the passing.
Well, they were getting stymied when they were running the ball. Wapak was all over them, but they are not intimidated at all by this Wapakoneta team.
I was going to say the same thing. Yeah. They just took it right down the field.
Yeah, they recovered from those runs that they were getting stopped on and just took it down.
And Wapakoneta is struggling to catch the ball there. They fumble it, and they land on the 30-yard line, so that's where the Redskins will take over. And, Dar, we talked about that Wilmington offensive line. They gave Stevens just so much time to throw the ball. And the DBs were really having a long session of trying to defend that pass.
Yeah, and like I said, the Wilmington receivers are very good at running routes. You can see it already in that first drive, and coming back and getting the ball, getting themselves open, even when having the defensive backs just go right by them. Wapak's going to have to sew it up in the backfield.
So here come the Redskins with 6:01 to go. They'll go 1st and 10 from the 30. Moyer's in the backfield. It's an empty backfield, and they'll split out 3 receivers to the left, and they'll go 1 to the right. They've got tight end Braden Hauer on the right side. Moyer's going to keep it himself, and he's going to follow Hauer off that block, and he's going to get a 10-yard run. And you saw him line up Braden Hauer on the side, and he just followed him as he blocked. And look at this. Just Caleb Moyer just doing all the work there, and he gets another Wapakoneta forward first down.
Yeah, and Chris Martin says, well, I'll give you a little bit of help there. We'll get that first down. Don't worry about it.
Well, you saw Grant Hauser come in, and he and Braden Hauer just cleaning up that right side.
And that's what they're going to have to do. I mean, they're going to have to establish their run, which they usually do, and then let Moyer open it up a little bit.
And they'll go empty backfield with Moyer. They'll go trips to the left and 2 to the right. They got a man in motion. And they're going to pitch the ball back. They'll go left side. This is Mullins, and Mullins picks up a nice 5-yard gain as he goes down really hard, and he gets up kind of slow, but he got hit in the shin there. And you see that looked like a helmet hit him.
He's watched this block out here that opened this up for him right there.
There it was, yeah. Did you see him turn him so he didn't get the the push in the
Sure
back?
did.
Yeah, nice job there for that young man. These kids know what they're doing. They're smart.
Absolutely. They're a very fundamental ball team here.
It'll bring up 2nd and 7 from the 43 with 4:54 to go here in the first quarter. Wapakoneta down to Wilmington 6-0. Wilmington comes out of the Southern Buckeye Conference. Moyer's in the gun. He's looking to throw the ball. He's going to throw down the left side. He's got Page out there, and Page makes the reception. And a beautiful pitch and catch to Caden Page. And he doesn't step out of bounds. He's got it all night long.
That's a little bit of a mismatch out there with Caden Page and their outside linebacker for Wilmington.
Yeah, somebody saw that in the booth and
Yeah,
called that one
did.
real quick. Boy, I'll tell you what, we're in for a treat with these two quarterbacks because they can both sling it.
And boy, I'll tell you what, there's a whole corral full of horses out there that can run. I'll tell you.
A stable of Martin.
Man, oh, man.
We're very fortunate to be here. 4:39 to go. Danny Holbrook-Dar Nevergall from Wapakoneta Mercy Health Field. So the Redskins will go 1st and 10 from the 35. That's another Wapakoneta Ford first down. Page goes in motion. They're going to go Mullen off the left side. And, boy, he tried to get around the corner, and the defender grabbed his jersey and pulled him down, Jarrett Mullins, for about 1.5 yards, 2 yards.
That was number 55, Cumberland, the big guy, the 6'5", 285 guy.
Cumberland's a problem right now for Wapakoneta. He really is.
Well, he's going to take a couple guys to block him, but he's really quick to get down the line the way he does, too.
You just don't see kids that size in high school around here. You really don't.
No, you don't.
He does a nice job. That'll bring up 2nd and 8 on the 33-yard line.
I tell you, Walpock needs to really get down there and score on this one.
It's crucial.
Wilmington's building confidence every play.
Moyer's in the gun. He's got Mullins off to his right. He looks to throw, and they'll throw back to Page across the middle. There goes Caden Page. He gets to the 25. He'll go to the 20, to the 15. Caden Page to the 5-yard line, and he just about broke it. Caden Page catches it from Caleb Moyer, and my goodness, Caden Page is having a great night so far.
Well, and he, watch him run. I mean, he finds the holes. He's picking and choosing where he wants to go, and then he breaks a tackle right there. But, boy, so they needed that desperately.
Yeah, absolutely. They're in the B&B Auto Zone Red Zone. Tonight's Red Zone sponsor is B&B Auto Repair. Rely on Van and his team of expert technicians to provide excellent service. Call 419-738-8090 for your auto repair needs. So we'll go 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. Wapakoneta trying to tie this one up and take the lead with an extra point or a 2-point conversion. Moyer's going to keep it himself. He's going to follow his blockers, and he's going to take it right in. And that's a Cook & Son plumbing and heating touchdown. Caleb Moyer from 6 yards out, and we're all tied up at Mercy Health Field. The Redskins put them on the board.
Look at the hole he had to go through.
I was going to say, you and I could have get through there. And what a great job by our replay crew. I'm telling you, man. Our replay sponsor tonight, Ultimate Outdoor. Bring resort-style living to your backyard every day with a luxury outdoor space by Ultimate Outdoor. So here comes Ethan Eisert, the place kicker. He will knock this one in. Our Frost Roofing extra point and a low hold, and he gets it up. What a terrific job of the holder to get that ball. It was kind of low snap, but he puts it in. So with 3:11 to go in the first quarter, the Wapakoneta Redskins take a 7-6 lead. You're watching high school football on WOSN. Tonight's scoreboard sponsor is Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, located in Wapak, Delphus, and St. Mary's. Locally owned and operated, Lee's is not just famous for chicken, we're famous for catering too. And our timeout sponsors tonight are Metzger Financial Services. Helping you plan your financial future, call 419-225-6067 or visit MetzgerFinancialServices.com. Dar, there's a reason these guys are 5-time WDL champions, why they go deep in the playoff every year. Nothing, and I mean nothing, affects them. This is a program that even when they get down, whether it's big, low, whatever, they respond.
Oh, absolutely. You got to give credit to that coaching staff.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, time in and time out, And Travis Moore said that before, it starts with the weight room. You work out and get these guys in shape and everything else, and then you fundamentally keep working at them until they know their assignments and they execute them, and that's exactly what they're doing.
You're absolutely right. And there's the kick, and it is a kick down the left side. Brought in at the 10-yard line. This is Maurer as he tries to go around the left, and he's got a path, and he gets by 2 guys. He is gone, and he's going to take it up to the 50-yard line, and he is knocked out of bounds by the kicker. Are you kidding me? Ethan Eisert comes out of nowhere and knocks him down.
Well, you don't want to kick to this kid, that's for sure.
That is
Watch
something.
this speed as he gets around there. And there he's going to accelerate, man, and then gone.
We talked about him pregame, Faden Maurer, and we were all up here in the booth talking about him. And you said in your studies this week, hey, this kid's legit.
He is legit, and he's got speed, he's got good moves. He does everything right. And you're going to have to kick to the other kid and see what he can do next time.
Dar, I didn't know what kind of game we might have a shootout tonight. Here we go.
We might.
Wilmington's right at midfield. They'll go 1st and 10 from the 49. They're down 7-6. Stevens is in the gun. He's got Puller off to the left side. They'll hand it off right up the middle, and nothing going there. And Puller is taken down right at the line of scrimmage. And you said it really. I like what you said earlier when you said this Wapakoneta Redskins coaching staff will figure it out.
They will.
And there you're seeing they're taking the run completely away, and they're going to force Stevens to beat them.
Absolutely. And, you saw Longsworth right there on that tackle for Wapakoneta. He just clogged up the hole really quickly.
He's a really good athlete, Dar.
And there's no place to go now. Now, if you open up Jake Stevens to start throwing the ball again, you might be in trouble.
And that's what Stevens is going to do. And he overshoots his intended target. His intended target was Elijah Stewart, the junior wide receiver, and he just throws that one. You saw Stevens. He didn't get his feet set that time.
No.
And look, if I'm Wapakoneta, that's what I want to do is I want to make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Yeah, you got to make Stevens uncomfortable as much as you can, and you got to make Stewart uncomfortable. This kid's got 7 touchdowns, so he can catch the ball. He's got 30 catches on the season, 494 yards. But you're right, that ball was a little bit behind him, a little bit overthrown, and made him turn around.
Here goes Stevens in the gun, 3rd and 9. He's got Puller off to the right side. Stevens is going to roll to the right side, looks downfield, throws to the right, and a connection is made, and that is a connection to Zane Smith, the senior wide receiver, and that is another Wapakoneta Ford first down.
Great job of rolling to his right, too, and throwing on the run.
Man, I just said we want to make him uncomfortable. And look, he was uncomfortable. He threw a strike there.
He certainly did.
I said it earlier. Jake Stevens comes in with 2,114 yards, 23 touchdowns, and only 7 interceptions.
Now, he's only, throwing about 58% of his completions. Sure. But, that's kind of a misnomer.
Yeah, sure,
I mean, 58%, but he threw for over 2,000 yards.
Here goes Puller off the left side. He finds a
nice
hole,
job.
And he is really moving through that line. Does a great job of staying on his feet. Joe Puller is causing the Redskins all kinds of problems.
Now you're looking at a 5'8", 160-pound kid, and watch him.
Watch this right here.
Barrel.
This is
Boom.
Look at that.
Yep.
Did you see him put the hand down to keep his balance?
And then he just keeps spinning around. It's taking 3 guys to bring him down.
That's another Wapakoneta Ford first down. That kind of stuff, Dar, you can't teach. That kid's got to know that. That's instinct. He puts that hand down. He keeps that balance, and wow, what a great job. They are in the B&B Auto Repair red zone. They'll go 1st and 10 from the 20. Stevens is in the gun. He's got Puller off to his right side. He's going to roll to his right. He throws to the right side, and it's picked off. Picked off by Mullins. Mullins takes it to the 20. And he rolls across the 20, and he'll be taken down about the 25-yard line. And Jarrett Mullen with the first turnover of the game and a big-time pick by the senior.
Oh, absolutely. And
the junior.
He was right there, too. And I don't know if Stevens just didn't see him. Well, he kind of threw a little bit to the left.
He was behind him a little bit, and it looked like Jarrett Mullins broke on the ball. And you're right. I don't think Jake Stevens saw him behind the receiver.
No, he didn't. And I think what happened there, he might have had a miscommunication with the receiver, too, because it looked like his receiver went to the right when the ball was going to go to his left.
And it's almost like football, Dark, because one of your keys was you can't make mistakes against these Redskins.
You cannot. You've got to take advantage of every opportunity you get, and you cannot have turnovers against these.
So Jarrett Mullins, you see, they just took him. He gets a break. So Jarrett intercepts the ball, and he's going to get a little break. So they'll bring Moyer will bring him to the line, and he's going to keep it himself, and he's got a hold to the 30, to the 35, to the 40. There goes Caleb Moyer at midfield, to the 45, to the 40, and he's dragged down at the 35-yard line. Caleb Moyer showing his athleticism, and it's another Wapakoneta Ford first down.
I'll tell you what, Danny, watch this. I mean, he just picks a hole. He doesn't fly through a hole. He picks the hole until he finds a blocker.
And I thought it was really cool. Did you see Andre Longsworth? He was leading the block, and he comes up and just smacks the linebacker. That is teamwork at its best.
Well, there's nothing you can do from the defense when you see a kid doing that. And, just finding a blocker and following him.
So they'll go 1st and 10 from the 33. Caleb Moyer is in the gun. He's got Mullins off to his left shoulder, right behind him. He's got Page split out to the right, and he's going to look to throw. He's going to throw down the middle. He's got a man out there, and it is a touchdown. Grant Stauffer knocks it in for another Wapakoneta touchdown. Cook & Son Plumbing and Heating touchdown.
And what concentration by Grant Stauffer. I mean, he had a defender right there, but he watched that ball the whole way, even with a hand up in the air in front of him.
I'll tell you what, if you don't like good football, don't come to Wapakoneta because these guys can do it all. Caleb Moyer to Grant Stauffer for a big-time touchdown.
Well, that one hurt for Wilmington. That's
Sure
for
did, yeah. It hurt not only they turned it over, but when you score on turnovers, that really takes the momentum away from you.
Yeah, you cannot do that.
So there was a stoppage in play there. Tonight's Extra Point sponsor is Frost Roofing, family owned and operated for over 96 years. Join the Frost family. They are an equal opportunity employer. Call 419-739-ROOF. So we're getting to call a lot of Frost Roofing Extra Points tonight so far.
I don't know what's going on out there, but we got stoppage again.
Here, after the tackle, I'm going to call the place kicker Ethan Iser, the linebacker Ethan Iser. How about that?
There you go. There you go.
Ethan Iser will come on for a Frost Roofing Extra Point. The snap is back, the hold is good, and the kick is up. So with 47 seconds to go in the first quarter, the Wapakoneta Redskins lead the Wilmington Hurricanes 14-6. We'll have further action right after these messages. Tonight's first down sponsor is Wapakoneta Ford. View our new and pre-owned inventory at wapakonetaford.net or visit us at 613 North Dixie Highway in Wapakoneta. And our timeout sponsor tonight is Metzger Financial Services, helping you plan your financial future. Call 419-225-6067 or visit metzgerfinancialservices.com. So Wapakoneta Redskins, they score quick on that turnover, and there you saw Caleb Moyer. Grant Stauffer just beat his man down the field, and you said it best, the concentrate, because he had to wait on the ball a little bit.
He had to wait on it.
He did, and he hauls it in, and the Redskins lead 14-6.
He had to wait on the ball, and he had to wait on, watch the ball coming past that defender who had his hand up in the air in front of his face.
Yeah, now, in Caleb Moyer's defense, I'm not saying that was a bad pass because there was only so much room in the end zone he could have thrown it. So Grant Stauffer catches it in the back of the end zone. So Iser kicks off here, and he gets it down the middle, and it squibs along the 15-yard line. It's picked up at about the 12-yard line, and they'll go off the left side, and the Redskins are all over that one, and you're going to get a face mask, I believe. It looked like on one of the Redskins diving for the tackle, it looked like they extended their hand, and this may be a face mask. We'll see here on the replay.
Yeah, they'll get him for an
inadvertent face mask. Yeah.
Still.
See what they call here. Boy, I bet these officials are glad for this great weather tonight because nobody's cold tonight. This is just beautiful out here tonight. Yep. Oh, Mr. Holbrook was right. It was a face mask. I'm right every once in a while, Dar. I'm right every once in a while.
We'll mark that down.
I was going to say, write it in the books. Tell Wayne maybe to replay that with my voiceover. Yeah.
Well, that was probably a smart kick there by Wapakoneta. Keep the ball on the ground. Don't put it in the air for that kid to catch it. Make him have to field it off the ground. Give your guys a chance to get down there.
Yeah, so here we go, first and 10 from the 38-yard line. Stevens is in the gun. He's got Joe Puller off to his left side, and one of the linemen for Wilmington jumped, and that's going to push him back 5 yards. So mistakes being made right now by Wilmington. A little bit of nerves here, Dar. The momentum's all on Wapakoneta's side right now.
Well, it is because you just saw what Wapakoneta can do. And like we said, you don't want to make mental mistakes. And you don't want to do turnovers.
Sure.
And they've already done a couple of those. Now, I don't know how many penalties this team normally has, during a game, but you've got to keep your head in the game with this.
So they'll go 1st and 15 on the 33. Stevens is in the gun. He's got Puller off to his right side. He's going to hand to Puller, and Puller gets nothing in the middle of that line. And a great job by the interior of that Redskin. And there you see big number 85, Grant Hauser. He says, you know what, I can play a little defense too. I'm a D1 offensive player, right, but I can play defense.
Absolutely.
We talk about Grant Hauser, the University of Louisville commit, and can't wait to get him down to Louisville, 6'6", 235-pound tight end. I think he's going to have a great career because he's a great kid, and I think he's going to do great in the ACC.
Well, they keep trying to run that ball with Joe Puller right there on that left side, of, trying to get around this Wapak defense on that side, and it just hasn't worked so far. Now, he had a couple nice runs earlier on where he ducked under and got through there, but since that time, Wapak's really tightened up.
And that'll do it. After 1 quarter of play, the Wapakoneta Redskins lead the Wilmington Hurricanes 14-6. When we come back, we'll start the second quarter right here on WOSC. Tonight's quarter sponsor is RJ's Coffee Cup, ready to serve you 7 days a week, starting at 7 a.m., open late Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. RJ's Coffee Cup, your hometown coffee house in Wapakoneta. And our scoreboard sponsor tonight is Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, located in Wapakoneta, Delphos, and St. Mary's. Locally owned and operated, Lee's is not just famous for chicken, we're famous for catering too. So, Dar, you look at the first quarter of play in a pretty evenly matched game. The difference is the turnover, the interception, and Wapakoneta capitalized.
Yeah, well, absolutely. And a couple adjustments you saw out there by Wapakoneta. I mean, they kind of shutting down the run again. They did that starting out, but then the Puller game was able to get a couple good runs, but they've shut it down since then.
And here's Steven. He winds up and he throws down the middle, and it is a reception made and a big-time strike to number 3. That is Stevie Rickman. That's the 3rd reception by Rickman tonight. And you want to talk about some arm strength. Watch this throw down the middle of the field, Dar.
Yeah, perfect throw. Caught a break there when the Wapakoneta defensive back fell down, but, right on the money. And I said that when I watched some video of him. This kid has a really strong arm, and he
sure does.
It's surprising that he's 58% completion rate because he has an accurate arm too.
Absolutely. So here come the Hurricanes, 1st and 10 from the 39, and Stevens is going to hand to Puller, and he's going to go off the right side, and
not much.
I was going to say he sure did, and not much happening there. Number 14, Joe Puller, and Dar said it best in big-time sports terms. He got crushed.
He got crushed. You could see that coming a long way off. He went around that right side, and you saw 3 Wapak guys go that direction. I thought, oh boy, that's it.
Dar, all the studying and all the work we do pregame for the week ahead of time, and then we come out with terms like he got crushed. That'll bring up 2nd 10 from the 39. There's Puller off to the left side of Stevens, and they'll go trips to the left and a single receiver to the right. Stevens looks to throw. He's under pressure. He's going to roll to the right side, and he is going to be hit hard, and a gain of maybe a yard across the line of scrimmage. Great coverage by the Wapakoneta defensive backs.
Yeah, that was Ryan Walter again out there. Apparently his injury earlier on in the game is healed up enough. Now he's back out there again. So, but yeah, you got Ryan Walter and you got Braylon Walter, both of them out there on that tackle.
So we'll go 3rd and 9 from the 38-yard line. 10:18 to go. Danny Holbrook, Dar Evergall from Mercy Health Field here on the campus of Wapakoneta High School. Division III, round 2 of the state football playoffs on an absolutely gorgeous November night. Stevens throws off to the left side. He's got Puller out there. He makes the reception, and he's going to be taken out of bounds at 35, and a big-time hit. Oh, my goodness. Puller was hit hard. Watch this replay.
Well, nice double teaming over there by Wapakoneta. You see it right there, boy. Your backup guy, number 0 right there, Jarrett Mullen.
Jarrett Mullen. He says, look, I'm usually the running back. I take the abuse. I'm going to give some out tonight. So.
Oh, you got to always love playing defense.
Right.
Hey, it's always more fun to hit somebody than be hit.
Here we go, Dar. 4th and 5 from the 34. A big-time down here for Wilmington and for Wapak. Stevens is in the gun. He's got Puller to the left. He's got trips to the right. Stevens is going to roll. He throws to the right side. He's got a man out there. He's got one man to beat, and I think he got it, Dar. It looked like he got the first down. Or maybe he did. Maybe he stepped out of bounds.
He stepped out of bounds.
Let's take
maybe
a look.
A yard shy.
I think you're right, Dar. I thought he had it at first, and let's see if he goes out of bounds prior to the sticks. I think he does. Boy, that's really close. And the officials are saying no. It is a turnover on downs. Yep. Remember that play, Dar. In the second quarter with 9:53 to go, the Wilmington Hurricanes do not convert on 4th and 5.
Yeah, and, you wondered if he could have turned the corner a little bit on that one to get it, but, it's hard to tell.
Yeah, I thought if he could have turned and tucked maybe his helmet down, he could have maybe got it. But and in his defense, he was turning around to find the marker. So that'll bring up 1st and 10 from the 31. Moyer's in the gun. He's got Mullins off to the right side. Caden Page is far right. They'll go Mullins off the left side, and there goes Jarrett Mullins, and he goes down to the ground, but he keeps his balance, and there you see the power of Jarrett Mullins, the 5'7", 165-pound junior bowling ball. Look at this kid go.
Man, oh, man. I'll tell you what, it's a coach's dream.
Keep
running north and south, guys. That's all we care about.
That is Woody Hayes-esque type football.
Keep your feet
right
moving.
there.
Keep your balance. Keep your feet moving.
I absolutely love coming down here and doing games because these kids play with such passion. Yep. They really do.
They get a lot of yards after the catches. They get a lot of yards, when they should be down on when they're running the ball.
So that'll bring up another Wapakoneta Ford first down. They'll go second and 1 from the 39. There goes Grant Hauser in motion, and Moyer's going to roll, and he looks to throw to the right side, and he's got Caden Page out there. Reception's made, and he tiptoes down the sidelines, and he'll be taken out across midfield at about the 48-yard line. So there you see Caden Page just doing what he wants tonight.
Nice ball, too. Look at that nice spiral out there. I mean, throwing on the run like that to your right, that's not an easy task for anybody, and Caleb Moyer is making it look easy.
No, Caleb Moyer's not just anybody. He's something special. He is something special. We are so blessed with great quarterback play in Northwest Ohio. You look at the Ryan Montgomerys and the Tavian St. Clairs and the Caleb Moyers and the Brogan Steffi, and I could just go on and on. Mark Kirkendall, the freshman up at Lipstick. I had the pleasure of watching him last week. He's something else. Here goes Moyer. He's going to take it himself. He goes to the 40. He gets through the first line. He's got it to the 30, and he's going to be taken down to the 25-yard line. Caleb Moyer, the junior quarterback, just dancing his way towards the end zone.
Like I said, he doesn't fly to the hole. He finds the hole.
You're right.
And he just picks and chooses where it's at.
When you watch someone like that, it reminds you of a guy like Le'Veon Bell who used to wait for those holes to open up, and he's athletic enough to find the spot there.
And he counts a lot on his blockers, open that hole up for him.
So we got a timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout here in the booth. You're watching high school football on WOSN. Tonight's presenting sponsor is Al's Woody's Diner in Wapak. Wapak's best place for wings, subs, and burgers. Call 419-738-9111. And our premier sponsor tonight is Silver Shears Salon and Spa. Looking for that new look? Then visit Silver Shears Salon and Spa in Wapak. Visit them on Blackhoof Street in Wapak, on Facebook, or silvershearsalonandspa.com. Like a spa day, Gar.
Yeah.
Get a little pampered treatment there. Yeah. To check out Silver Shears Salon and Spa. We'll bring up 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line. Moyer looks to throw. He's under pressure. He's going to roll to the right, and he's going to throw deep down towards the end zone. And you got to be kidding me. Yeah. Are you? No. Caden Page, I said the catch of the year was earlier. This is incredible.
I can one-up that.
Oh, my goodness, I've seen it all. I'm telling you, turn the page. Caden just gets another touchdown.
Well, not only did he catch that ball, but he had, mindset that I'm going to put my feet down at the same time. That's just amazing.
Do we have an oxygen mask up here? I'm having a heart attack.
No wonder he's got all those things on his helmet.
Get ready for another Frost Roofing extra point as Ethan Eisert comes on. And the snap is back, the hold is good, and the kick is up. And with 8:48 to go, the Wapakoneta Redskins flexing their muscles. They lead this one 21-6. Tonight's touchdown sponsor is Cook & Son Plumbing and Heating, specializing in old-time service since 1978. Find us on Facebook or call 419-738-8956. And our extra point sponsor tonight is Frost Roofing, family-owned and operated for over 96 years. Join the Frost family. They are an equal opportunity employer. Call 419-739-ROOF. Now, Dar, I got a question for you. Every time you and I do a game, we did St. Mary's a couple years ago on the last second shot from Van Wert. We get a play like that. Do I give you an earache?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. But I'll tell you what, he had the presence of mind, like I said,
that was
to
incredible.
Actually get his feet down. Now, whether or not he knew he was getting his feet down or not, I don't know that, but he'll say he was. But just a great throw, too. The only place you could throw the ball.
That was the first thing I noticed when I'm watching that play, and I'm watching it live here, and he throws it, and I'm thinking, man, that's a strong throw. And then Caden Page, I'm thinking, there's no way. There's no way.
Yeah.
And then he does.
A defender was all over him. I mean, it wasn't like the guy wasn't trying.
Oh, my goodness. So they'll down the ball there with 8:48 to go. And look, 12 minutes ago, it was 6-0, and you and I were thinking, my goodness, Wilmington came to play, and all of a sudden, Wapakoneta breaks out the the playbook, and here we go.
Well, Wapakoneta is taking advantage of something that Wilmington's not doing, and that's keeping their linebackers where they should be, because if you watch on these runs, particularly by Moyer, he's wide open in the middle.
Yeah,
I mean, he dances right in there, and there's nobody there. There's no linebackers or anything right there to stop him until he's 10 yards down the field. They're going to have to get somebody to come over there and fill that gap.
Yeah, and remember, we talked about this earlier, Dar. The first score came on the interception. They capitalized on the interception, and that drive came off of a 4th and 5 that they did not convert on.
Correct.
So we'll go 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Stevens is in the gun. He's got Puller off to his left side. He's going to take the snap. He's going to throw back to the left side. He's got his man out there. And the reception is made by number 9, Zane Smith. And a great job there by the Wapakoneta defensive front there, getting out and covering up in space.
And those Bryson Pack made the tackle out there.
Bryson Pack did a great job. And that's the key. You watch these Wapakoneta defenders in space. They do a great job of keeping the people in front of them.
You know, it's going to come down to conditioning for this Wilmington team, too. Can they handle up front against this defensive front of Wapakoneta?
That's a
because
great
they're
point.
getting hammered up front there.
That's a great point. They've really got to flip the field here on this drive, at least move the ball past midfield. So we'll go 2nd and 11 from the 19. Stevens looks to throw the ball. He's going to throw to the right side, and he throws down there, and it is out of bounds. And it looked like Jarrett Mullins had a beat on it. I thought he might try to or at least have a shot at the interception, but it was thrown out of bounds.
Yeah, that was a dangerous throw. That was up in the air for a long time.
Sure
Gave
was.
Mullins a lot of time to get over there. And now Wilmington's in a position where Wapak knows what they got to do. You know, they can't run the ball against this. They're going to throw the ball, and all we got to do is just keep coming after this quarterback and make him run out of the pocket.
Well, you know, that's a great point, Dar. It's fundamental football. When you make a team one-dimensional, you really have an advantage. And right now, Wapakoneta has made Wilmington one-dimensional.
They're going to wear that quarterback down one way or the other.
So they'll go 3rd and 11 from the 19. Stevens is in the gun. He's going to look to throw the ball, and he throws to the right side, and he's got a man out there, and I don't believe the reception was – it looked like at first he did, but he bobbled it as he went out of bounds. The intended target was number 3, and that was Stevie Rickman. He's already got 3 receptions on the night.
Yeah, this is a tough one for Stevie Rickman because he looked like he had it, but hit off his back shoulder then.
He's lucky it went out of bounds because Mullen was right there to intercept it. So they'll go 4th and 11, and we're going to get to see Wilmington's punter for the first time. Caden Page is back deep, and Jarrett Mullins is back deep. And here's the situation, Dar. Both these guys back deep for the Redskins are home run hitters, so Wilmington really has to be careful on this.
And this kid's only averaging about 29 yards a punt.
And the punt is up, and it is straight up in the air, and that is going to put – and it goes back towards Wapakoneta, and they're going to start at the 30-yard line, Dar. It can't get any better right now for Wapakoneta.
Like I said, he's punted 37 times this year for a 29.3 average, so that one looks like, I don't know, he got way underneath the ball when he kicked it.
I don't know, Dar. You're at the 30-yard line. You just scored a home run hit there earlier. Would you go for the end zone right here? Maybe
I would.
Chew a little time off the clock. Look, I'm putting as many points as I can on the board.
I'm going for it all right now.
Yeah, I'm like you. I'm greedy. That'll bring up 1st and 10 from the 30. Moyer will go back into the gun. He's got Jarrett Mullen off to his right side. 2 receivers to the left, 1 single receiver split out wide. He's going to take the ball. He looks to throw. He goes to the right. He's under heavy pressure. He's going to keep it himself, and he cuts back, and he goes to about the 25, 26-yard line, so a pickup of maybe 4 yards. That kid, he makes something happen on every play, Dar. You very rarely do you see him lose yardage.
No, well, that's the nice thing having a kid that can scramble the way he does and is as intelligent as he is to know where he's going to go with the ball.
Clock continues to run. 7:17 here in the second quarter. Danny Holbrook, Dar Nevergall from Mercy Health Field on the campus of Wapakoneta High School. And the Redskins doing everything right tonight. They lead 21-6. And now you see Andre Longsworth in the backfield, and he'll get the ball. He gets to the 25, to the 20. And
nice.
Longsworth gets tripped up, or he's going to the house.
Nice sidestep there by Longsworth, too. And you talk about him, he's got 55 carries this season, 214 yards. You know, averaged about 5 yards a carry and 1 touchdown. So
yeah, I've covered him quite a bit this year, and I really like his versatility. He is a nice player. Boy, you get tired of hitting Jarrett Mullins, and they bring in Longsworth, and you got to deal with that situation. So the Redskins loaded at every position.
Yeah, I like that first step he took, and a little side step to keep the defender away from him.
They'll go into the B&B Auto Repair Red Zone. They are our Red Zone sponsor tonight. So here goes Moyer with 6:27 to go. He's in the gun. It's an empty backfield. They'll go trips to the right. Moyer's going to throw to the left. He's got Caden Page out there, and he beats the first man. He gets to the 10, and he takes it to the 5. And there's the mistake the Wilmington made in open space is the first defender doesn't make the tackle.
No, they haven't been able to tackle all night long so far. But this is a nice route he ran right here, and that quick turnaround right there to get himself free.
So we'll go first and goal from the 5-yard line. Boy, a big touchdown here really takes the air out of Wilmington. And look, and then Wilmington's going to get the ball with under 4 minutes to go and have to do something to at least flip the field. And remember, I believe Wilmington does get the ball in the second half. So Moyer's going to keep it himself. He goes through the middle, and he gets into the end zone. It's another Cook and Son Plumbing and Heating touchdown for Caleb Moyer as he scampers in from 5 yards out, and it's another Wapakoneta touchdown.
Man, I'll tell you what, he's so impressive the way he just picks his way through the holes.
Here's our extra point. Our extra point sponsor is Frost Roofing, family owned and operated for 96 years. Join the Frost family. They are an equal opportunity. Call 419-739-ROOF. And there you saw the replay, and our crew does a great job.
Oh, absolutely.
There's the hold. The kick is up, and Ethan Eisert does it again. So with 5:48 to go, the Wapakoneta Redskins lead the Wilmington Hurricanes 28-6. You're watching high school football on WOSN. Tonight's Red Zone sponsor is B&B Auto Repair. Rely on Van and his team of expert technicians to provide excellent service. Call 419-738-8090 for your auto repair needs. And our instant replay sponsor tonight is Ultimate Outdoor. Bring resort-style living to your backyard every day with a luxury outdoor space by Ultimate Outdoor. So, partner, Wapakoneta is really flexing their muscles. And the worst thing right now for Wilmington is a quick 3-and-out because Wapakoneta is going to take it down.
Oh, they
try to put more
will.
points on the board.
Yeah, they will. They absolutely will. You know, I was watching on that last series for Wapakoneta. You're watching the defensive line for Wilmington, and boy, a couple of those guys, you could tell the way they were breathing. They're really struggling out there.
Yeah.
You know, and they're getting hammered by this offensive line for Wapakoneta.
Yeah, and part of the problem here, once you make Wilmington one-dimensional, that means they're throwing the ball every time, and an incompletion stops the clock, and that's not, And they'll take him down at about there's a flag down at the 20-yard line. So let's see what they call here. Been a relatively clean game up to this point so far.
That was Eli Stewart on the run back.
And Braden Walter with the tackle out there. Let's see what the call here. Block in the back on Wilmington. So that's going to back them up farther. Boy, nothing going right now for the Wilmington Hurricanes.
No, they're not.
They come out and they get this early 6-0 lead, and after the interception, Dar, it's just like they've lost their confidence here tonight. So they need to get something positive before the halftime clock runs out.
Well, it did a couple of things. It put Wilmington in a – first they had the confidence, then they started losing the confidence, and it flipped the momentum of this game back over to Wapakoneta where, the Redskins, you cannot give them that kind of confidence and momentum. And that's what they've been able to just hammer these guys since then.
Yeah, Stevens is going to hand off to Puller, and Puller gets about 2 yards and nothing more after that. And a nice tackle right in the middle of the hole. Ryan Richardson, you see him come up and just hit him hard right in the middle of that line.
I give credit right there to Bryson Pack, too, because Bryson Pack had a hold of this guy's leg, and he laid there on the ground saying, I know somebody's coming along to finish this off. I'm just going to hold on to him.
So the clock continues to run, 5:13. It'll go, 2nd and 7 from the 11-yard line.
Yeah, they need to get a first down. They cannot
you're absolutely correct.
Walk the ball down here.
So Stevens is in the gun. He's going to hand to Puller. He goes through the middle and picks up about 3 yards. And, oh, that is not Puller, my mistake. That is Lucas Johnson. We haven't called his name in the backfield tonight. Lucas Johnson picks up a couple yards, and it looks like on our Lee's Famous Recipe scoreboard, they're going to call it 3rd and 4 from the 14-yard line. So this is a big 3rd down here. Look, if Wapakoneta holds on 3rd down, they're going to have to punt the ball, and Wapak's going to get the ball with a good 3.5 minutes left.
Yeah, and if they have to punt the ball, they better get a very good kickoff.
You remember the last
The last one didn't go anywhere.
Awful, yeah. So Stevens is in the gun. He's looking to throw. He throws to the right side, and he's got a man out there, and they've got a 1st down. That's exactly what they needed, a Wapakoneta forward 1st down. And Stevens makes Zane Smith makes the reception. And
tackle by Caden Page out there. That was a big 3rd down conversion for Wilmington. They had to have that.
That'll keep the clock moving, and we are under 4 minutes here in the 2nd quarter. So we'll go 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line. And they'll hand off to Puller, and Puller has taken him down, and you're going to get a holding call because that's where the flag comes in, right in the area of holding, and that'll back the Hurricanes up.
What Puller's going to give it up tomorrow morning and say, what in the world hit me?
A train?
Hey, Christmas.
A train. Now, this is interesting, Dart. 3:47 to go. Wapakoneta, with this penalty, this is going to back them up 10 yards. They've got all 3 timeouts left. It'll be interesting to see if Coach Moyer calls these timeouts to see if he can't get the ball back.
I would.
Absolutely, I would.
You're going to take advantage of every opportunity you get. You want to put this team away early. You saw what they can do when they start connecting on those passes, so you want to put them away.
You're absolutely right. Wouldn't it be great if Wapakoneta could get some rest on these kids for round 3 next week if everything holds to form like we think it will? So that'll bring up 1st and 10 from the 23. Excuse me, 1st and 20 from the 23. Stevens is in the gun. He's going to look to throw. He looks to the right side, and he's got a man, but he overshoots him, and the intended target was to number 3, Stevie Rickman. And Rickman just can't grab that one. That'll bring up 2nd and 20, but more importantly, it stops the clock. So, again, Coach Moyer doesn't have to use the timeout because the clock stops.
And Rickman paid the price for that one there because he had to go up and try to get that one out of the air, and that left him vulnerable for the defensive back coming in and just clobbered him.
So we'll go 2nd and 20 from the 13. 3:36 to go here. Wapakoneta leads 28-6. Stevens takes the snap. He looks to the right side. He's going to throw deep down the right side. He's got a man out there. And then, oh, my goodness, Caden Page had a beat on it, and I thought he was going to pull it in, but he couldn't locate it. He was turned around.
Yeah, that's a tough one to drill. Sure. You don't know really where it's at. It's up in the air really high.
Page got turned around.
It's like a center fielder trying to find the ball out there.
And there's the problem with the forward pass and the incompletion. It stops the clock with 3:30 to go. You're backed up on the 13-yard line. 3rd and 20, Dart. Look, this is a tough call for this Wilmington coaching staff. You make a mistake down here, and you're in real trouble.
Well, they know they got to get the 1st down because if they have to punt the ball from right here, they're going to hand it right back to Wapakoneta inside their territory.
Great point. Then with 3rd and 20 on the 13, Stevens is in the gun. He's going to roll, looks to pass. He throws to the right side, and it's patted down or batted down. Oh, my goodness. Are you kidding me? Braylon Walter, all he had to do was jump up, and he could have pulled that one in. Watch this, Dar. He gets pressure.
This is athleticism.
What a fantastic play. I thought he was going to pick it off.
I thought he was, too. I said, man, straighten your hands.
Well, let's see if Wapakoneta doesn't pressure the punt here as they've got him backed up on the 13-yard line with 3:25 to go. And if it can go wrong, it has gone wrong for Wilmington here in the 2nd quarter.
Well, you want to put pressure on, but you don't want to put too much on that you end up, roughing the pass or roughing the kicker.
And the punt is up, and it is not very good, and it is fielded at the 38-yard line. And Wapakoneta, fantastic field position. And you saw Caden Page called for the fair catch, but he kind of looked like he came right up on him. So
yeah, he bumped into him, but
just a little friendly hello.
Caden just said,
we're up 28-6.
That's right. We'll give you a little slack. And that's a smart move by Caden Page, too, to take the fair catch and not, run time off. But put back in the hands of your offense, who's been able to move the ball.
So plenty of time here, Dar, before halftime for Wapakoneta to put another 6 on the board. They lead 28-6 with 3:20 to go. They're going to start out 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. So here come the Redskins. Andre Longsworth is in the backfield with Caleb Moyer off to his left shoulder. Moyer's going to hand off to – no, he's going to keep it himself. He's looking downfield. He scrambles. He throws to the right side. He's got his man out there, and it just goes through the extended arm of Caden Page. You don't see that very often, Dar. He catches about everything.
No, you don't. But you had 2 guys out there, and Richardson was out there with him, and I don't know if it was distracting or what it was, because you saw, Caden Page get up and kind of tap Richardson on the helmet. So
great call.
Might have been a little bit distracted for him to be able to see the ball coming at him, but –
Wilmington only gives up 137 yards through the air, so they've got a good pass defense, but they've never played a quarterback
They've
like
never
this.
played a quarterback or wide receivers like this,
That's a great point, yeah. Yeah, and an offensive set like this, so you're right. So Moyer's in the gun. Longsworth is back there with him, and they're going to screen pass, and it just falls short. And I don't know what happened there. They tried to set up a screen pass, and Moyer and the official were talking about something. Oh, they're going to say incomplete. No, they okay.
Yeah.
It was in, they thought there was in.
I think it was intentional grounding.
Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking, but they did say there was no flag on the play. So maybe illegal receiver downfield or something. I don't know. That'll bring up 3rd and 10 from the 40. So not the best offensive possession right now as both plays fall short for the Redskins. That'll be 3rd and 10 from the 40-yard line. 3:09 to go, and Wapakoneta is going to take a timeout. We'll take a timeout here in the booth. You're watching high school football on WOSN. Tonight's instant replay sponsor is Ultimate Outdoor. Bring resort-style living to your backyard every day with a luxury outdoor space by Ultimate Outdoor. And our timeout sponsors are brought to you by Metzger Financial Services, helping you plan your financial future. Call 419-225-6067 or visit MetzgerFinancialServices.com. So 3:07 to go here until halftime, and it's all Wapakoneta facing a big-time 3rd down hit, 3rd and 10 from the 40 Dar. I'm thinking we're going to see Caleb Moyer get out, maybe roll to the right, to the left, have an option of running or passing the ball. Love when they get him out in space.
Oh, yeah, and he's been running to the right mostly, trying to get it out to Caden Page on that side over there. I think he'll try to do that again, but you never know with Caleb Moyer. He could just drop right back and just toss it down the field and try to go for all of it right now.
So Moyer's going to keep it himself. A nice play, and Caleb Moyer's going to pick up another Wapakoneta Ford 1st down. Boy, he puts it in the breadbasket of Andre Longsworth and pulls it right back out. Watch this. This is an incredible fake right there. That's just work. That's just putting in the work.
It is. And he holds it in there from just until the last second. And you've got to have a lot of faith in your running backs to know that you're going to pull it back out.
So that'll bring up 1st and 10 on the 28-yard line. We're at 2:46 to go and counting. Moyer's got Mullen off to his right, and he's got 2 receivers to the right, including Big Grant Hauser out there. And Moyer's going to look to throw, and he's got all kinds of time, and he's going to roll back to the left, and he's going to keep it himself and tries to get away from the pressure, and he's going to be taken down. So what started out with not very much pressure at just the defensive front from Wilmington finds a way to take down Caleb Moyer.
And you saw a couple of really good blocks by the offensive line for Wapakoneta, but after they made those blocks, they thought Caleb Moyer was already out of there, and yet he wasn't. So they were a little slow getting up and putting on a second block.
Now, in Caleb Moyer's defense, we call that a coverage sack because it was really good coverage downfield, and the young man didn't panic, and he didn't throw into coverage, which his dad's going to love that every time.
Oh, yeah.
So Moyer's in an empty backfield. He's going to take the snap. He's going to keep it himself. Runs right up the middle. He's at the 30, to the 25, to the 15, to the 10. Caleb Moyer to the 5. He goes towards the goal line. He's taken down right about the goal line or the 1-yard line, whatever you want to call it. Caleb Moyer showing you those legs.
Yeah, and look at the hole right there and sliding right past the defenders. I mean, he's so smooth. I mean, the kid just reaches out and tries to grab him, and suddenly he's gone. He's just grabbing air.
Absolute treat to watch this young man play. boy, when they spread that out, they go 3 wide to the right, 1 to the left. You just have to defend the entire field, and he just takes it right up the middle.
Well, and Wilmington's got to keep somebody in the middle there. They've got to keep a linebacker or somebody to stay home.
Yeah, exactly. Those linebackers are pulling back, and I'm not real sure where they're at.
You can't be pulling out to the left and right. You got to have at least one of them sitting in there.
So Moyer's in the gun. He's going to keep it himself. He's going to run behind Longsworth, and does he get in? Yep, that is another Cook & Son Plumbing and Heating touchdown. Caleb Moyer takes it in from 2 yards out, and the Wapakoneta Redskins blowing this one out 34-6.
And huge blocks right there by both 67 and 85 for Wapakoneta.
So with a 1:05 to go here in the second quarter, the Wapakoneta Redskins just turning up the heat on the Wilmington Hurricanes. Look, they've had 34 unanswered points from the middle of the first quarter till here we are at halftime almost, and it's just an unbelievable offensive performance. And watch what Coach Moyer's going to do. They're going to go for 2 to make sure that clock starts running in the second half. And Moyer's looking to throw. He throws to the right side, and he does not get in. So a great defensive stance there for the Wilmington Hurricanes. And you know what they were doing there. It would have been 36-6.
Yep, and a good tackle there by Eli Stewart for Wilmington to stop that one.
So with 1:05 to go until halftime, the Wapakoneta Redskins lead the Wilmington Hurricanes 34-6. We'll be back right after these messages. Tonight's scoreboard sponsor is Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, located in Wapak, Delphos, and St. Mary's. Locally owned and operated, Lee's is not just famous for chicken, we're famous for catering too. And our first down sponsor is Wapakoneta Ford. Visit our new and pre-owned inventory at wapakonetaford.net or visit us at 613 North Dixie Highway in Wapakoneta. So Caleb Moyer and the Redskins score again, and that is 34 unanswered points, and they lead this one big time, 34-6. 1:05 to go before halftime.
And they've established themselves in this game right now. I mean, they can do no wrong. And the problem with Wilmington is they can do no right at this moment. So they need to at least have a decent series here. They only have 1:05 left, but they need a couple good plays to give them a little bit of momentum going into the second half.
So Ethan Isaac Squibb kicks it down. It's picked up at the 25, and they'll bring it across the 30, and they'll be taken down at about the 32-yard line. And the tackle made out there by number 32, Caleb Walkoff. So
that was Zane Smith on the
right. Look, you're down 34-6, but you don't want to make a mistake here. You're not running the ball effectively. Throwing the ball didn't go well the last series. Do you take a knee here, Dar, or just try to push it along?
I don't know if he'll take a knee, but he certainly will be very conservative, I would think, and just kind of hand the ball off to Puller, or even keep it himself. Now, I haven't seen Jake Stevens run the ball, even though he can run the ball. But, I think, you kind of hand it off to your running back. But he's going to go with an empty backfield back there. He looks like he wants to throw the ball again.
It was interesting when Jake Stevens was coming back into this possession, he was hobbling a little bit there. You wonder if he's 100% healthy. So Puller goes in the backfield with him, and they'll hand the ball to Puller, and he is taken down behind the line of scrimmage, and he gets nothing, and he is met behind the line of scrimmage by Wyatt Buell, the 5'11", 185-pound junior.
Came in with 6.5 tackles for loss. You can add another one to that.
I'll tell you what, these kids from Wapakoneta, you look at a close-up of them, they know where the weight room is.
Oh, absolutely. And Travis Moyer said, we start out in the weight room. We build and build and build, and that's where we get, and then we get onto the field, and that's when we work on the fundamentals of this game, and put all that into practice.
So Stevens looks to throw. He throws down the middle of the field and nearly picked off and defended by Ryan Richardson. Boy, you saw Richardson go up and try to high point the ball, but it falls short. And with 19 seconds to go, we'll be facing 3rd and 12.
Again, a decent throw there by Stevens. I mean, he had a little bit of air underneath that one and right on the money, except Richardson had a better position.
So everything going right for Wapakoneta. And Wilmington down 34-6 with 19 seconds to go here before halftime. They'll be facing 3rd and 12 from the 30-yard line. And you just wonder what they're going to call here. If you're Wapakoneta, you take a timeout and force a punt. And there's a penalty, and let's see what they call here. And they're going to call a false start against Wilmington. I would almost call a timeout and force them to punt the ball and give your return man a chance.
Yeah, and if I were Wilmington, if that were the case and Wapakoneta did call timeout to force them to punt, I would punt.
Yeah.
You know, at this stage, I would run something to try to run off this time off the clock.
So here we go, 3rd and 17 from the 25. Boy, you got to pick up 17 yards here with 19 seconds to go. Stevens is in the gun. And let's see what they do. They got a man in motion. They got a single receiver clear out to the right side, 2 to the left side. Stevens is going to hand it off the middle, and
Nothing.
You're right. Wapakoneta is taking a timeout, Dar. I thought they were. It looked like they were. And they did with 12 seconds to go. So there, look, Wapakoneta, this is great strategy. They're going to force Wilmington to punt the ball, and this is just good coaching. They've seen the punter, and he's not been effective tonight at all.
And that's what I'm saying. Yeah. If you're Wilmington, now that it's on you and your coaching staff, we'll see what Ryan Evans comes up with, you know. Do you want to punt the ball away to this Wapakoneta team?
Yeah.
Or do you just want to, you know, run the clock down, down to nothing and take a penalty and, you know, just try to eat up all the time you can? I don't know if I'd want to punt the ball and give it back to Wapakoneta right there.
So a big-time game, Dar. We knew that we were what we expected out of Wapakoneta. We saw Wilmington come out. They get the first strike early. They go up 6-0, and since that time, it's just been a lot of mistakes and just an effective offense from the Wapakoneta Redskins.
No, absolutely. And, you know, like I said, Wilmington came out. They built some confidence. They came out. Even their second possession, they looked like they were going to move the ball down the field, but then they run into that Wapakoneta defense, make a couple mistakes, and boom, you're in trouble.
So here we go, maybe the play of the game here in the first half, as Wilmington's going to be forced to punt the ball from right inside the 15-yard line. And they blocked it. They blocked it, and they're going to take it. Oh, my goodness. Wapakoneta blocks the punt, and they recover it. And there's 6 seconds to go. You got to be, and that's exactly what they were hoping for. They knew the special teams advantage they had with the Wilmington punter.
Well, watch the line. Well, you're not going to see it, but there were 4 guys standing up, ready to, get in there to block that punt.
So here go the Redskins. They got a chance to put another one on the board. Are you kidding me?
This guy said, Danny, I wouldn't even tell, why punt away to these guys, because they just send the house in there. And just,
take a
unbelievable.
Look. You're right, Dar. Maybe the better option, and we'll watch the replay here, and they just dominated the line. Maybe the better option would have been, hey, let's just throw the ball long down the field and hope for something. Because, look, you're at the 20-yard line. At least you're sitting here at the 6-yard line.
Oh, absolutely.
Or the 9-yard line. So the Wapakoneta, Ethan Eisert's going to come out for a field goal attempt, and a smart move here by the Redskins. And snap is back, the kick is up, and it is no good.
Off to the left.
Off to the left. It is no good. So that'll do it for the first half of play. After one half of play from Wapakoneta High School, the Wapakoneta Redskins lead the Wilmington Hurricanes 34-6. We come back, we'll have second half action right here on WOSN. Tonight's quarter sponsor is RJ's Coffee Cup, ready to serve you 7 days a week starting at 7 a.m. and open late Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. RJ's Coffee Cup, your hometown coffee house in Wapakoneta. And our extra point sponsor tonight is Frost Roofing. Family owned and operated for over 96 years. Join the Frost family. They are an equal opportunity employer. Call 419-739-ROOF. So an explosive first half, Dar, for the Wapakoneta Redskins. They lead this one 34-6, and it started out really good for Wilmington. They drove the ball down the field. We talked about their explosiveness on the pass plays, but boy, did Wapakoneta figure it out. And then the turnover bug hit, and it's been all Wapakoneta since.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Wapakoneta made the adjustments they need to make. Then you force these guys into a turnover, then all the momentum switches over to the Redskins, and that's something you don't want to happen with Wapakoneta, and Wapakoneta then just started piling it on. They started running the ball more effectively. Of course, Moyer was able to find his receivers. Wilmington made a couple mistakes, mentally mistakes as well. That hurt them, and now they're on their heels, because they know the Wapakoneta next score is going to make it a running clock. So now they're on their heels, they've shown everything, I think, in the first half, what their offense and defense can do. So I don't think they're going to have any surprises that Wapakoneta is going to have to deal with in the second half. Now, I'm not going to say that about Wapakoneta. They're liable to surprise you with anything. But we talked about that field goal attempt at the end of the first half, and I think at that point, that was a good opportunity for that kicker to get out there and try to do
we talked
something.
about that. That's a great point.
They may need that down the road, and I don't think he's tried a field goal this season, so you may need that down the road against another team. And so why not let him go out there and do that? Because you're probably going to end up getting your running clock pretty soon.
Sure. So we start the second half from Wapakoneta, Mercy Health Field. Danny Holbrook, Dar Nevergall, our entire WSN crew. Week 2 of the high school football postseason, and it is a dandy right now for the Wapakoneta Redskins. Boy, lots of great games all around the area.
Oh,
you and
absolutely.
I were checking a lot of scores here at halftime, and our crews are out covering a lot of games tonight.
Northwest Conference is doing themselves well right now.
Absolutely, absolutely. So Ethan Eisert will kick it off here from the 40-yard line. And we are underway in the second half here. Ball falls short of about the 20-yard line, picked up at the 15. And that's where Wilmington will bring it. And the ball gets fumbled, and it gets fumbled out of bounds. So a lucky break there for the Hurricanes. Boy, that would have been disaster.
Oh, sure would have been. And that's just one of those cases where the kickoff return man was just trying to make something happen. That was Joe Puller, I believe, out there. And just trying to make something happen, anything at all. And, he got hammered over that on that side and fumbled the ball.
So Jake Stevens will bring him out on the field. We saw some really good things from Jake in the first half. That first drive was really nice, and you see the arm strength and you see his ability, but, boy, Wapakoneta put a lot of pressure on him, and it really forced him into a lot of uncomfortable situations.
Yeah, he had a long run for his life a lot of times in that first half.
He did.
And his receivers weren't able to get open then because those defensive backs for Wapakoneta were just all over the field.
So Stevens is in the gun. He's going to throw off to the left side. He's got a man out there. And the ball gets fumbled, and it is on the turf. And let's see who got it. And it looks like Wilmington recovered. Boy, that was a massive hit. And watch this replay, Dar. And he catches the ball, and he is hit immediately. And that is a good fumble right there. My goodness. And it's recovered by number 55, Malachi Cumberland. And we got looks like a Wilmington player down. So we're going to step aside here, let them take care of that young man. We'll be right back after these messages. Tonight's Red Zone sponsor is B&B Auto Repair. Rely on Van and his team of expert technicians to provide excellent service. Call 419-738-8090 for your auto repair needs. And our premier sponsor tonight is Silver Shears Salon and Spa. Look for that new look and visit Silver Shears Salon and Spa in Wapak. Visit them on Blackhoof Street, Wapak, on Facebook, or silvershearssalonandspa.com. So here's Stevens in the gun. He throws across the middle, and he's got a man out there, and he is immediately taken down at about the 19-yard line. And my goodness, Ryan Walter was Johnny on the spot. These defensive backs for Wapak, we haven't talked a lot about them, but they are really athletic.
Well, they're athletic and, like we've talked about earlier on, fundamental too. They're holding their assignments. They know where they're supposed to be, and they're staying right there. They're not getting pulled one way or the other way, and that's what's happened to Wilmington. Their linebackers are getting pulled out of position, whereas in Wapak's case, they're sticking right where they're supposed to be,
great point.
Waiting for the guys to get there.
We'll go 3rd and 14 from the 19-yard line. Stevens is in the gun. He's got a single back off to his left shoulder. He's going to take the snap. He's going to throw down the middle, and it's picked off. Picked off by Caden Page. He's got it at the 30, to the 25. Page takes it to the 20. He cuts back to the 15. He goes to the 10, to the 5. Caden Page taken down at the 3-yard line. A big-time interception by Caden Page. The kid catches everything.
Yeah, sure he does. Even the other guys passes. But I'll tell you what I really like to watch about these Wapak runners is they just pick their way through, man. They find every little hole. Their vision is unbelievable to be able to find where they're running the ball.
Right, my goodness, Caden Page makes incredible catches on the offensive end. Here we are in the B&B Auto Repair Red Zone.
Stevens didn't even see him out there.
No, he didn't. He didn't. No,
he threw right into his hands.
So with 10:44 to go, the Wapakoneta Redskins threatening to get a running clock started here in the third quarter. Caleb Moyer's got Andre Longsworth off to his left shoulder. He's going to take the snap, and he's going to give it to Longsworth, and he cuts back to the middle, goes to the end zone, and he just gets it. Are you kidding me? He just barrels over the competition, and it's a Cook & Son Plumbing and Heating touchdown. Andre Longsworth, watch this, Dar. Get out of my way.
Yeah.
My
a little
goodness.
bump in the road there.
Makes it 40-6 with 10:25 to go. And my goodness, Wapakoneta just imposing their will here. And we'll get the Frost Roofing extra point attempt here. And Ethan Eisert will come on, and kick is up, and it is good. With 10:08 to play, the clock, she will be a running, boys. We'll take another timeout right after these messages. Tonight's scoreboard sponsor is Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, located in Wapakoneta, Delphus, and St. Mary's. Locally owned and operated, Lee's is not just famous for chicken, we're famous for catering too. And Ultimate Outdoor is our replay sponsor. Bring resort-style living to your backyard every day with a luxury outdoor space by Ultimate Outdoor. So the luxury outdoor space right now for Wapakoneta is between the end zone lines as they're filling it up, Dar.
Oh, they sure are. And we've seen some great replays tonight. Some plays that really are outstanding for high school football. But you can tell Wilmington's just, not only is their confidence gone, but they are totally deflated, physically and mentally at this point.
Yeah, you saw exactly what I saw at the goal line. It looked like some kids just kind of making business decisions out there, and that's unfortunate. But Wapakoneta hasn't slowed down at all. They've put up 41 unanswered points. So the ball goes down the middle of the field, and it's picked up at about the 12-yard line. They'll scamper to the 20-yard line. They got a hole there, and he gets by another man, and he's going to be taken down. And a nice return there by number 5 for the Hurricanes. Elijah Stewart does a great job of getting him up close to midfield, and that's where the Hurricanes will take over.
Well, they've done their most damage on kickoff returns, and they did it earlier on with the first kickoff return that they had, and they did it on this one here. They just keep stop right here. They just can't seem to get anything momentum-wise going.
Yes, we are. We are in a running clock with 9:09 to go. Wapakoneta leads 41-6. And Darrell, if you're Wilmington, what are you telling your kids here? Are you just working on, hey, look, let's just flip the field and get the ball down the field. We want to get back in this game, and there you saw Puller just get knocked down at the line, and he goes in reverse motion and picks up about 2 yards. Joe Puller, he's a good back, Dar. He really is.
He is. He's compact. He's tough. He bounces off guys. He's not afraid to get hit. He's a good back in a lot of ways. And if Ryan Evans and his coaching staff, you're down 41-6, but he's telling his guys, basically, we still can make a good showing of this thing. I mean, let's just keep our heads in the game. Let's keep moving the chains down. Let's put a couple more points on the board and go from there.
And Stevens, and the ball gets fumbled, and I believe Wapakoneta has
Number 22 for Wapakoneta is on it.
Yeah, and we're going to see if that's a fumble or if they're going to say he was down. We'll take a look on the replay here, but he was met head on here. And Stevens rolled to his right.
And boom.
I think his knee was down. I believe he was down. Yeah, I think that's what they're going to call. But remember, they don't have the luxury of having replay either.
Nope.
So let's see what the officials say.
Braylon Walter just hammered him.
Yep, they're going to say he was down. Great call. I love the fact that the officials got together and they made the right call.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Nobody called the booth and talked to you, did they?
No, I didn't hear it. No hand signals.
Yeah, I was going to say, Wayne didn't put a patch of call through to us. So we'll go 3rd and 15 from the 30-yard line. Stevens is in the gun. He's got Puller off to his left side. He'll take the snap. He looks across the field, and he's going to throw to the middle, and he's got his man out there.
Oh, nice
and
pass.
A strike and reception is made, and it's going to be about a yard short. Reception is made by Zane Smith, but it's going to be 3rd and about a yard, maybe a yard and a half. 4th and a yard and a half. And you got to believe they're going to go for it at midfield.
Yeah. And that's one of the few passes they've really been able to exploit the middle on.
That's a great point. Yeah, they have picked on them across the middle, have they not?
No. And they're starting to go to the Zane Smith a little bit more.
So here we go, 4th and 1 from the 44-yard line. Stevens will go under center, and he's just going to sneak it, and looks like he did get a Wapakoneta Ford first down. Tonight's first down sponsor is Wapakoneta Ford. View our new and pre-owned inventory at wapakonetaford.net or visit us at 613 North Dixie Highway in Wapakoneta.
Now, for Wilmington, the sad part is with the running clock, you don't have a whole lot of time to huddle up and call plays. You better have at least 2 plays called in succession so you can get up to the line as quick as you can.
Yeah, he looks across the line there at his coach to get the call. Stevens goes in the gun. He's got Puller off to his left side. He's got 2 receivers to the right. He's going to throw back to the left side, and I don't know if that reception was made. They're going to say it was. So the catch is made by number 6. That's Michael Streety. We haven't called his name. It looks like it bounces on the turf, Dar. Yeah, we couldn't tell from there, but my goodness. The reception's made by Streeter. They're going to call it a good catch.
Streeter's at 10. That's his 11th catch of the season.
So here goes Stevens. They'll give it to Puller, and Puller tries to get around the side, and he does. And he gets up to the 40, and he breaks containment here. And nice run there by Joe Puller as he gets across the 40-yard line to about the 37-yard line.
I'm really impressed with this kid. I mean, like I said, he's only 5'8", 160 pounds, but he's not afraid to get hit or to hit you.
You're absolutely right. Low center of gravity. He gets up and points to the first down marker.
A little bit of NFL action.
I was going to say it was a little NFL. It'll bring up a Wapakoneta Ford first down. So Stevens in the gun. He's going to go Puller again right up the middle, and he is shaking and baking and spinning and grinning and gets about 4 yards with the extra effort.
He's going, okay, you want to push me forward, that's fine. I'll take those extra 3 or 4 yards.
And really, look, if Wilmington can take this and go on a 12, 13-play drive and put it in the end zone, the confidence level of those kids, and look, it is an insurmountable lead right now, but still, they're playing for pride right now.
Oh, they are, and this is a young team, really,
sure
when you look
is.
Across the lineup.
Yeah, Puller is knocked down there. He is met head-on by number 8 for the Redskins. That is Bryson Pack.
I mean, Puller's only a sophomore. Stevens is a senior, but, and St. Smith is a senior, but Rickman's only a junior. Eli Stewart's a junior. Carson Brown, one of their safeties, is only a junior. The sophomores on the line. They got a young team out there.
The team across in the red jerseys is kind of young too, and they don't look it. But
they don't look it.
They got a lot of lettermen coming back for next year. So here's Stevens. He throws to the left side, and he's got a man out there. Reception made, and the reception is made by number 6, Michael Streety. That's 2 receptions on this drive for Streety. Boy, just a nice, he steps into that throw, and he just puts it on the dime there. And with 3:44 to go, we'll go 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. So the Hurricanes threatening to put one on the board here, down 41-6. 41 unanswered points by the Redskins as they were down 6-0 in the middle of the first quarter, and kind of ticked them off, didn't it, Dar?
A little bit, yeah.
Here's Stevens. He throws to the far side.
Oh, nice
and he's got
recovery.
a reception made by number 3, and that is Stevie Rickman. That is his 4th reception on the night, and there you see Rickman wide open. So you wonder if there was a mistake made there in coverage because there wasn't anybody around him.
Yeah, he stopped so quickly. His feet was going out from underneath him. He recovered really nicely to get that pass.
And that's going to put him in the B&B Auto Repair red zone. So they'll go 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line. And here comes Puller, and he gets knocked down, and he's going to take a loss there as he gets knocked down to the 14-yard line. So a 3-yard loss there. And a really, really nice job by Ryan Richardson. He's really athletic. He's
only
everywhere.
a junior, too, for this Wapak team.
So the clock continues to run because of the 30-point rule. Here's Stevens. He's going to roll to the right. He throws to the right. He's got his man out there. Reception made at the 8-yard line, and he's taken out of bounds at about the 3-yard line. So Wilmington driving the ball down the field, trying to put one on the board here. There you see the reception made.
He's finding some nice outlet passes out there. Wapak defensive backs are playing off a little bit on the receivers, and that's giving them some openings out there.
They'll bring up 3rd and 3, so from the 4-yard line. So Wilmington can get a first down here. So a big 3rd down here for the Wapakoneta defense. Stevens is in the gun. He's got Puller off to his right side. He's going to hand the ball to Puller. No, he's going to keep it. He's going to throw to the right side. And does he get in? No. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds at about the They're saying the 2.5, 3 yard line.
Wow. I
So
thought it was
we're
a little closer than
Yeah,
that.
I did too. We're going to have a 4th down here. So this will bring up 4th down. 1:27 to go. 4th and 1. The ball is on the 2 yard line. Look, if I'm Wilmington, I'm not even taking it out of my quarterback's hand.
Nope,
We're
I'm
going to
gonna let
sneak it
him go
in,
right
and that's
for it,
exactly what Stevens is going to do. And he's going to get close to the goal line, and they're calling it a touchdown. They're going to call that one another Cook and Son Plumbing and Heating touchdown. Jake Stevens takes it in from 2 yards out, and the Hurricanes are down 41-12 with 1:12 to go in the third quarter.
Well, and if they hadn't scored on this particular drive, the way they were driving it down the field, that would have really just put a knife right into them, and they had to score.
Yeah, nice drive there by Wilmington to come back being down 41-6. So let's see what they do here. Are they going to go for 2 maybe? And the officials, okay, they are going to go for 2, so they'll line up.
Well, they did miss an extra point in their first touchdown.
And Stevens is going to throw to the middle, and no, it is out of the outstretched hands of number 6, and that is Michael Streety. So with 1:03 to go in the third quarter, the Wapakoneta Redskins lead the Hurricanes from Wilmington 41-12. Tonight's presenting sponsor is Al's Woody's Diner in Wapak. Wapak's best place for pizza, wings, subs, and burgers. Call 419-738-9111. And our first down sponsor tonight is Wapakoneta Ford. View our new and pre-owned inventory at wapakonetaford.net or visit us at 613 North Dixie Highway in Wapakoneta. So Wilmington takes the ball down the field in a really nice drive for the Hurricanes, and they try to close that gap a little bit, down 41-12.
Well, that's a little bit of a confidence booster for them. I mean,
sure.
They knew they had the running clock at their back too, but they were still able to keep their head and just move it down the field and get the touchdown. It's a tough game for this Wilmington team. I mean, but they came in, on a 4-game winning streak. They put together a nice end of the season. They went up against a machine in the Wapakoneta Redskins, but.
Well, and the one thing they did too is the running clock is now not in existence because of the lead less than 30. So Wapakoneta bobbles the ball there, and they'll take over at about the 14-yard line. So 1 minute to go here in the third quarter. Wapakoneta clearly in charge of this one. So if things hold up, Wapakoneta move on to round 3. And I have not looked at the chart yet, see who they play, but we'll take a look at that later. But you're right, a machine.
A machine.
Absolute machine.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
In all aspects of the game, and that's what, we talked about in the keys of the game. Travis Moyer said that, we have to execute at a high level in all phases of this game, and they do game in and game out. They've shown that, not just on offense, but on defense and the special teams as well. They picked off passes, they blocked punt or blocked kicks. They've done everything they can.
So Caleb Moore will bring him to the line, 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line. Longsworth is in the backfield with him. He's going to hand off to him, and he finds a hole, and he squirts through the middle there and picks up about 2 yards. So I thought your point was really well taken in the right before halftime of getting the kicker out there to try a field goal. And you're absolutely right. The farther you get into the season in the playoffs, the stiffer the competition becomes, and 3 points is really valuable.
It makes a big difference, and and you look at Wilmington. They have a good kicker, but he just didn't get any opportunities tonight. But Wapak needs to do that. They're so used to running up, scoring on every opportunity they get, that they don't need to run a kicker out there that much. But, boy, I'll tell you, some of this competition coming down the road.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
You're going to need 3 points.
So here's Longsworth again as he goes off the left side. And the Wilmington defensive front doing a nice job. Longworth get maybe a yard. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and maybe 7 on the 16-yard line. So if you're Wapakoneta, you don't want to give Wilmington a chance here to close the gap even further. But that's going to end the third quarter. After 3 quarters of play from Mercy Health Field here on the campus of Wapakoneta High School, the Wapakoneta Redskins lead the Wilmington Hurricanes 41-12. We'll have fourth quarter action right after these messages. Tonight's quarter sponsor is RJ's Coffee Cup, ready to serve you 7 days a week, starting at 7 a.m. and open late Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. RJ's Coffee Cup, your hometown coffee house in Wapakoneta. And tonight's timeouts are brought to you by Metzger Financial Services, helping you plan your financial future. Call 419-225-6067 or visit MetzgerFinancialServices.com. Also, folks, don't forget the annual TV44 WSN funding campaign is underway now. Our goal is to raise $175,000 or more by the end of the year. Your donations stay local and you're used to support WTLW and WOSN. Donate today at axministries.com. All right, partner, here we go. Fourth quarter. Somebody's moving on and somebody's going home. And right now it looks like all Wapakoneta.
Yeah, and Wapakoneta is getting pretty conservative right at the moment.
I thought the same thing. Look, we're not coaches, but Coach Moyer knows a lot more than you and I do.
Oh, yeah. I mean, but you don't have the running clock right now, so, you know.
Sure.
But I think you can open up a little bit.
So Moyer will go in the gun. He's got Longsworth back there. There goes Grant Hauser in motion, and Moyer's going to throw to the right side, and he's just going to throw it out of bounds. So, boy, that's going to bring up a fourth down. And, there's a flag on the play, and maybe that's what Moyer saw. Oh, no, they're going to call. Let's see what they call here. Illegal man downfield against Wapakoneta. Bring up fourth down for the Skins.
Huh. Okay.
So they will bring in their punt team, and they will punt away to Wilmington.
This will be their first punt of the night, I believe.
So Wapakoneta is just a little bit of a sputtering drive there. They don't move the ball down the field at all. And they'll come into punt formation with 11:55 to go in this contest.
This could give Wilmington some decent field position.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They'll put a man back, and it looks like that is number 9 for Wilmington. That is Zane Smith. They'll put him back at the 50.
Oh, good punt.
It rolls across the 40-yard line. So you're right, a good punt there. And they flip the field there a little bit and go back across midfield, and that's where Wilmington will take over.
Yeah, the Wapakoneta defense has got to get back to that aggressiveness that they've had so far in this game, and I think, they got to stop this Wilmington team. Now you're playing, Wilmington's playing for pride right at the moment, and they really need to, put them back on their heels again.
You take a look at this Wilmington team, and they beat Batavia last week by a point. Now, that is a revenge game. They lost that game earlier in the year by a touchdown. So for them to come back and get that win, those kids were sky high. They came in here tonight. They just come out in the first half, and they drive it right down the field, 6-0, and you and I are sitting there in shock, as everybody from Wapakoneta was. And then Wapakoneta finally finds their safe space, and they just start taking over.
Yeah, you poked the bear.
Exactly, that's what I said. You made them mad. That's what you did. So there's a nice run there by number 8, Lucas Johnson. And that's the first time we've called his name tonight in the backfield.
Yeah, we looked at the stat sheets earlier on, and Lucas Johnson didn't even show up in their stat sheet. Yeah. So I don't know if he's been injured this season or what, but that's a nice-looking run right there by him.
So here's Stevens. He's going to look to throw. Oh, and that one falls out of his hand. Did you see the reaction? It just slipped out of his hand. The reaction from him was priceless. He's looking like, what the heck just happened?
I didn't mean to do that, Coach. I really didn't.
Do that. But it's going to put him back at 3rd and 3 from the 45-yard line. 11:20 on the Lee's Famous Recipe scoreboard.
He's going to throw it again. I can feel that.
You're right. So Stevens takes the ball, and
he's going to hand it down.
Going to hand the ball off, and he's going to be taken down. The ball's fumbled on the turf, and what are they calling? Wapakoneta recovered the ball, but let's see on the replay if the ball was out. And no, he was down. He was down. Yep, he was down. So the luxury of having a replay here in the booth.
Yeah, the referee was standing right there too, so he saw it.
So 4th and 1 from the 47. You got to believe Stevens is going to do the old quarterback keeper and just drive up the middle.
He takes a quick hike.
He sure does.
Well, he gets that momentum going right behind his center.
Watch him turn that shoulder, and that's a sure. Yep, and there you go.
Oh,
that's going to be a false start on Wilmington. I'm betting you anything.
Yep.
That is a false start, so that's going to back him up. That'll make it 4th and 6.
Now it makes a tougher decision.
It sure does.
You can't give the ball back to Wapakoneta at this stage. You gotta go for this.
Yeah, I was going to say you're at midfield. You're down 41-12.
Yeah, you don't have a choice here.
And you see there Coach Ryan Evans talking to his quarterback.
Fourth and 6. I wouldn't be surprised to see Wapakoneta blitz somebody, but
so here we go. Stevens is in the gun. He's got 2 receivers to the left. He's got a man in motion and a single receiver on the right side. He's going to roll to the left. He's under pressure, and he is going to try to throw it, and he switched hands. Did you see that, Dar? He switched hands and threw it with his left hand, and it's going to be a turnover on downs, and Wapakoneta is going to take over at the 42-yard line.
Yeah, he didn't have much choice to do that. I mean, we knew Wapakoneta would be bringing everybody in. You could see him coming. Big number 9 right there for Wapakoneta has got a beat on him right off the bat. Of course, the coach over here is not real happy for Wilmington.
He's not happy at all.
But there was a real breakdown by the offensive line to keep Wapakoneta out of there.
Wapakoneta get here by a big win last week, beating Franklin 48-7, 11-0 on the season, Dar. And really, you look at some of these scores, and Salina gave him a really good game a couple weeks ago at 21-7, but and St. Mary's a 28-14 game. But they really rolled through the WBL, and they are the class of the Western Buckeye League.
And that's, when you're looking at the WBL, it's not shameful to be, just barely win games in that league.
Yeah, here goes Longsworth. He gets through the middle there and gets a nice pickup of about 6-7 yards. Andre Longsworth, my goodness, he is quick.
You look at how many WBL teams are still in the mix this week. So you got St. Mary's out there, Defiance as well, Bath. Wapakoneta,
It's fun, isn't it?
it's just, that is one tough league.
It sure is. It sure is. So we'll go 2nd and 6 from the 38. And I thought he picked up more than 4 yards, but that's what the Lee's Famous Recipe scoreboard says. So we'll go 2nd and 6 from the 38. Moyer's in the gun. And says something to his tight end, Braden Hauer, and they're going to give it to Longsworth. And Longsworth is hit behind the line of scrimmage. And a really, really nice job there by the number 61 for the Hurricanes, Bryson Schutte.
Yeah, Bryson Schutte, the leading tackler on this Wilmington team, and we haven't called his name a whole lot.
No, we haven't, and they move those tight ends every time that Schutte's on that side. So you want to talk about a coaching job? They just take everything away from you.
Oh yeah, they watch the film. They know who your strengths are. You look at the stats. You know what it is. And then you adjust your line to what it is. And you saw Moyer there, kind of running his own play, telling his guys where to be.
And there's Moyer handing the ball to Longsworth. He's going to get some blocks. He's going to pick up a first down, and he gets more. He gets across the 30. Andre Longsworth. Boy, you saw the blockers out in front of him, and you and I could have followed that. Watch this blocking scheme. My goodness. Andre Longsworth with a nice first down. He picks up another Wapakoneta Ford first down. So we've got an injury on the field. We're going to let them check that young man out. We'll step aside for a break. We'll be back right after these messages. Tonight's presenting sponsor is Al's Woody's Diner in Wapakoneta. Wapak's best place for pizza, wings, subs, and burgers. Call 419-738-9111. And our premier sponsor is Silver Shears Salon and Spa. Looking for that new look? Then visit Silver Shears Salon and Spa in Wapak. Visit them on Black Hook Street in Wapak, on Facebook, or silvershearssalonandspa.com. So that young man is being helped off the field, and he cannot looks like he can't put a lot of weight on that, and that looks like number 3, Stevie Rickman, and he's had a really good game tonight.
Yes, he has, and that's a big loss for this Wilmington team, but Stevie's a junior, so he's got another season to play, and we hope he's not hurt very, very bad.
Yeah, you saw the team, the kids carried him off the field, and that's got to be a lower leg injury. Let's just hope and pray that he's able to recover from that, and best of luck to that young man.
And we were looking at that last run by
Andre Longsworth, and what has impresses me the most about this Wapakoneta team with the running is the way these guys follow their blockers. And we showed it on that play right there. The way they pick and choose, but they don't burst through the lines. They just meticulously just go and follow blockers until they get openings. And you've seen it with Moyer running the ball. You've seen it with Longsworth running the ball. You've seen it with Mullins running the ball. They all do the same thing, and that's just good coaching.
You're absolutely right. And it has been a clinic on good coaching tonight by this Wapakoneta Redskins staff. And I've said it before, Dar. There are two programs in Northwest Ohio that absolutely astound me with the way they handle things, and it's Marion Local and Wapakoneta. And you saw the last couple of years they've played each other, and it's been absolute epic games. But those are, to me, the two premier programs in the area.
And it all comes down to good fundamental football, and speed is you can have speed, you can have great arms on your quarterbacks and stuff, but you got to put it all together and make a team effort out of it, and that's what this Wapakoneta team does.
So we'll go 1st and 10 from the 29. Moyer's in the gun. He's going to take hand the ball off, and that is not Moyer. They have brought in a new quarterback, and that is Trent Leasy, the freshman quarterback. So Wapakoneta getting some of those underclassmen some time. I like it, Dar. I like it a lot.
You need to do that. You might need these guys down the road. The running back was number 22 there, Gage Vaughn. He's only a freshman, 5'8", 140 pounds, and carried the ball.
I was here a couple weeks ago and watched that young man play. They're pretty secure at running back. He's going to be really good.
Yep.
So the youngins are coming out for the Redskins here. The clock continues to run at 7:21. That'll go 2nd and 10 from the 29-yard line. And they're going to stop play on that one, and a flag comes in, and it looks like they took too much time there. Delay a game against the Redskins. When you're up 41-12, delay a game's not an issue. Yeah, Coach Moyer won't be too upset about that one.
Well, we're in the learning phase now.
Yeah, well, look at him. He's stalking the sidelines. Maybe I spoke too soon. Great coaches always play to the end, right?
Yeah, Travis doesn't like mental mistakes like that. Physical ones maybe, but mental mistakes like that, no, we're not going to have that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, we're in the learning phase right now for these young men.
So Trent Leasy is in the gun, and
we'll go the other way.
Wilmington jumps, and they're going to get 5 yards back. So number 16, Trent Leasy, a 5'10", 125-pound freshman quarterback, getting his chance to show his skills here in the second round of the state playoffs. What a thrill for that young man.
Oh, yeah.
You know he's got to be super excited.
And he looks over at the coach and said, "Coach, I got it back. I got this point.
I got your yards back, Coach."
Hey, sorry about that, but we got him back.
That's right. So here go the Redskins, 2nd and 10 from the 29. They're going to hand the ball off. They'll go up the left side and pick up a gain of about 3 yards, but they continue that clock moving as we go into the 7-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Danny Holbrook, Dar Nevergall. It is round 2 of the state playoffs, OHSAA high school playoffs. Nothing like it in the state of Ohio. And we'll see round 3 next week. We'll have plenty of coverage here on WSN. We'll get all kinds of teams out there. Hopefully we're going to get a whole lot of teams to go with us here next week in the round 3. So,
I hope so.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'll tell you, just saw something out there when Gage Vaughn was carrying that ball and he got through that line. One of the Wilmington guys offered to help him pick him up, and this has been a physical game out there.
Yeah.
A lot of hammering back and forth, but good sportsmanship.
And there you see a nice tough run by Gage Vaughn as he goes right up the middle. So let's see what the Redskins do here. That's going to bring up 4th down, and it's going to be 4th and what do they say on the Lee's Famous Recipe? 4th and 4 on the Lee's Famous Recipe scoreboard.
I'll be interested to see what Travis Moyer's drawn up for this kid. Are you going to give him an opportunity to throw the ball?
You know what? I don't know.
I mean,
yeah, I'd like to see it. So Trent Leasy is in the gun. He's got A single back off to his left side. That's Gage Vaughn. They're going to give it to Vaughn. Vaughn gets through and gets the first down. And there he goes. And Gage Vaughn puts it.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, he was shaking and baking. He just put it through.
My.
Are you kidding me? Wait till you see this replay. The sidestep he does is unbelievable. Watch Gage Vaughn. Oh, my goodness. Somebody take that kid to the dance.
Oh, my I mean, he just contortionist there, the way he was moving his body back and forth just to avoid anybody getting a hand on him.
Gage Vaughn with another Cook and Son Plumbing and Heating touchdown, and he makes it 47-12 on the Lee's Famous Recipe scoreboard, and they will try for another Frost Roofing extra point here. Number 30 on to kick the extra point. This is Avery Scheiplein. It is good. It is good. Avery Scheiplein makes it 48-12, and boy, the crowd went nuts for that young man. Happy for him. What a great job there. And we will step aside. 4:40 to go in the fourth quarter. Wapakoneta leads 48-12. Tonight's Red Zone sponsor is B&B Auto Repair. Rely on Van and his team of expert technicians to provide excellent service. Call 419-738-8090 for your auto repair needs. And our premier sponsor is Silver Shears Salon and Spa. Looking for that new look? Then visit Silver Shears Salon and Spa in Wapak. Visit them on Blackfoot Street in Wapak, on Facebook, or Silver Shears and Salon Spa. Boy, that was a tongue twister. So apparently Avery Scheiplein is a female kicker, and that's why the place went nuts. Good for her. What a great job by that young lady.
Absolutely. Good job by two freshmen out there on that last one, the touchdown by Vaughn, and then the extra point kick as well.
So Avery, tonight is your night. Congratulations on the extra point. Really, really happy for you. So here we go. We kick off, and we've got a running clock again here on this one. So the ball gets kicked to about the 20-yard line, and they'll take over at about the 25-yard line.
Oh, great job by number 10 there for Wapakoneta on that one. You know, the guy tried to put a move on him, and Noah Burnfield said, nope, not on me, you're not, and he put him down.
So Wilmington will try to get back in this one with 4:03 and a running clock.
Just an impressive outing from Wapakoneta tonight in
all
aspects of the game.
Well, I said it earlier in the broadcast. It would be great if Wapakoneta can get a lead and get some of those guys some rest. So this rest they're getting is absolutely essential for next week.
And it's thrilled to get these younger kids out there getting an opportunity to play in a playoff game too.
So there you see the completion made to number 11 for the Hurricanes. That is Eddie Brooks on the completion from Jake Stevens.
That's Eddie Brooks' 12th catch of the year.
So Wapakoneta hurrying to get that young man off the field, and I don't know that they got him off. And there's Brooks again with the connection made, and they'll take him down to about the 30-yard line. Clock continues to run with 3:05 to go. I heard some of the guys in the booth, Dar, talking about a possible Wapakoneta St. Mary's rematch next weekend, and I did not see the brackets, so I'm not real sure if that's where they were going with that. But boy, wouldn't that be something?
Oh man!
Think there'd be some black and blue bruises on that one?
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see where that game will be played too.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe Lima Stadium, possibly.
Yeah.
So here's Wilmington, and Stevens is in the gun, and that ball goes off the shoulder pads of number 5, Elijah Stewart. And the clock continues to run.
Well, Coach Evans given Stevens an opportunity to finish out this game. He is a senior.
So with 2:19 to go, clock continues to run.
Yeah, the coach is going to give Jake Stevens an opportunity to play out his final game of his senior year.
He's a nice quarterback, Dar. He's done all he could do tonight to help this team, and he overshoots his target there. The intended target was number 6, Michael Streety. We saw him quite a bit tonight. It's a good Wilmington team. They'll be back, Dar. They'll rebound from this, and they've got a nice core of young players, and I believe that Coach Ryan Evans and his staff will get it together, and they'll be back right here again.
Well, I think so. I mean, like I said, they've won 4 games in a row. So you look at what they were. They're 7-4 coming in this one. So they were 3-4, and when they went on their run to get to the playoffs in the first place. And they came out with a lot of heart. They came out and they scored right off the bat. They had a lot of heart in this game. You know, it just got deflated really quickly by a very, very good Wapakoneta team.
Well, you know, you see teams like Wapakoneta who are really well coached, and it seems like it takes them a series to see what the other team does, and they just dissect them and figure it out and just do what they do.
Yeah, they make great adjustments.
They sure do. There goes Vaughn again. He goes up the middle.
Oh,
Cage
my.
Vaughn. He is doing everything he can. Oh, my goodness. He's going to be fun to watch the next 4 years.
Man.
He got hit hard there by big number 30 for the Hurricanes. Ian Sioka. We talked about that name earlier in the broadcast. Or before the broadcast, yeah. So this may be the last play of the game.
Give it to Vaughn again. I want to see him run.
They're going to take a knee, and that'll do it with 28 seconds to go. Yeah, that looks like the last play of the game. So they'll line them up at midfield. The Wapakoneta Redskins, they defeat the Wilmington Hurricanes 48-12. Dar, your final thoughts on this big win by the Redskins?
Well, you know, we watched the Wapakoneta team that, you know, like we said, is well coached. Yeah, great quarterback, but it's not just the quarterback on this team. It's the whole team. Their defense, their offensive line that opens up holes, their running backs who have tremendous vision out there. You know, from Moyer running the ball to Mullen running the ball, you know, all the way down the line. You know, they just have great vision to find holes and pick their way through it, even down to the last kid they're in, and Gage Vaughn as well. But they're a very well-disciplined team. You know, they don't make mistakes. And if you make mistakes, they're going to capitalize on them. So this is the Wapak team that can go very, very far, you know, into the playoffs.
We'll step aside here. You're watching high school football on WOSN. Welcome back to Mercy Health Field, where the Wapakoneta Redskins move on to round 3 of the state high school football playoffs as they defeat the Wilmington Hurricanes 48-12, and a full display of offense on view for the Wapakoneta Redskins tonight.
Yeah, full display of offense and also a great defensive effort for them. I mean, they gave up an early touchdown, but after that it was nothing.
So a big win, and they'll move on to the third round. And really impressive. They got down 6-0 early, and they never flinched, and they just kept coming, and they really wore down the Hurricanes.
Yeah, and that comes from your coaching staff. The coaching staff didn't flinch either. I mean, they've been there before. They've been down before in games, and they've had some close WBL games this year. But they didn't they didn't falter. They did what they had to do. They stuck to their game plan, which is basically we're going to run the ball and then set up our passing game, and that's what they did. You know, they did everything that they normally would do, and they're going to continue that for the rest of this season.
I want a big thank you out to the athletic department here at Wapakoneta High School. Brad Rex, the athletic director, they do a fantastic job here. One of the finest facilities in all the state of Ohio, and they just do it right. A big thank you to our camera operators tonight, Derek Henry, Kelsey Beimer, our director, Wayne Getz. For you, Darn Evergall, I'm Danny Holbrook saying thanks for watching high school football on WOSN.